Hello, and welcome to Kelly's Crafting with Friends. Thank you so much for coming. And I just want to start the week off with some gratitude and thank everybody who has supported my channel thus far. I know I'm missing one or two people, and I just want to mention Purple Crochet with Dreamy. I just joined as a member, and we have a couple of members that rejoined today. So I appreciate everybody coming in, and I'm a couple of minutes early, but I just wanted to make sure that everybody got a chance to see their name flash by. But anyway, so there's that. All right. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to just talk a little bit about. Well, actually, let me go to the chat. We'll start there. Like I said, I'm just a couple of minutes early, and I just wanted to make sure that we go to the chat and take a look. So I'm just going to go through and take a look here and just welcome everybody in. So anyway, let's see. I'm going to take this. Let me go back to the tippy top of the chat here. So, oh boy, and of course, I'm missing some chat. All right. So anyway, I wanted to thank Dinky Crafts Jennifer for rejoining, and OM Granny Square Ursula for rejoining the membership. So that's pretty awesome. But anyway, we'll come back in and we'll say, let's see, we've got. Let me exit out of this thing. I've got multiple devices running because StreamYard was interesting this morning. I was scared. So I'm using Restream today just to see what happens. So anyway, let me see if I can go back into the chat and find the earlier people. But I saw Arnie came in. I saw Suzanne came in. Let's see. Who else do we have? Well, we have a lot of people. But it looks like I lost some of the chat playing around with devices. And that's what I get. But anyway, so we got Katrina's here. So you have a new name. Looks like. Let me take a look at you there. We got Katrina. Let me put you up there. Yeah, there she is. Yep. And oh, you're welcome. Thank you. So you have a new name. It's Katrina's Crochet Hook and Loops. Okay, I want to make sure I got that. Got Michelle Jenkins. Oh, and you just put in a thing, didn't you? Oh no. Hold on. Let me jump to my other screen here. Hopefully I can pull it up again. There we go. Michelle Jenkins is a member. All right, let me go back. Yes. Okay. And Katrina's a member again. You've been a member for a while, so thank you so much. And just want to make sure you see your name go by in the support. So we got Michelle. That's wonderful. And we have Dinky Craft Jen for 2 months. Wonderful. Ursula for 7 months. Wonderful. And that's right. I forgot these don't show on Restream. They don't. The membership. But then let's see. So we have Arnie came in first. We have the quote for today is joy does not simply happen to us. We have to choose joy and keep choosing it every day. So that's kind of the thing that we have to do. Yeah, we have to do that. So anyway, just want to make sure I put that up there, and it's Henri Nguyen, yeah, if I'm saying that correctly. But anyway, I just wanted to put that is just to start the week off on a high note. So anyway, we have a square raid from Dinky Jen. We have Suzanne said she'll be back. Mary King, good to see you. Tamika, good to see you. And Ursula's back. Well, she's probably having a break for a moment, eating something good for dinner. And we have Crazy Poppy Lady. Yes, but I got you. I got you. Crazy Poppy Lady, good to see you. And Suzanne saying hi. Tina Bailey saying hi. And it looks like Nightbot's trying to work. So let's see what happens today. Okay. Oh, and it did put Sandrine in there and Christine. So good. So now it's working. And then we have Zach. Welcome in. And Michelle saying, Poppy, yay. Okay. So I think we're good. I think we got everybody here. So I'm just trying to read off a couple devices to make sure everything's good. But I missed those earlier. When I turned the chat on, it kind of it deleted off the top. So anyway, but I want to thank all the new members, and I really appreciate people who like to join the channel. I know it's not saying you have to join the channel, but it's one of the things that I try to do is just shout you out more more frequently than the other people, but I shout most people out if they're doing stuff. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. So so anyway, so that's where we're up to. That's good. All right. So yeah, Michelle's saying hi to Poppy. Awesome. Okay. So anyway, but this is good. I think we're good. Yes, yes, yes. And Dinky Jen saying hi to everybody in the chat. So I know it's getting late over there in the UK. You guys, you're hanging in there. Really appreciate it. Yes, we got Drizzle. Welcome in. How are you? How are you feeling? Hopefully you're feeling better today. But yeah, I just wanted to play my little video at the beginning just to kind of get things moving because I said, "Oh my goodness, it's so sad when you can't." I'm trying to say, thank you to everybody who's really helped out. It's been a journey, and anybody who's been on YouTube knows it is definitely a journey, and you can't get there by yourself. You know what I mean? And you really need a little help, from your friends, as they say. So that's awesome. Yes. And let's see. Morning. Yes. Yeah, it's Monday morning, and apparently StreamYard was doing some crazy stuff. So I said, I'm not going to use that right now until they get it together. But anyway, Zach, I can't believe you're still awake. He was up late last night. I saw you. Yes. But anyway, he's saying hi. And Nightbot's saying hi. So that's good. All right. Yes. Oh, you had lunch. Okay, let's see what you had. Okay. Cheese and tomato. Oh, that sounds really good. Yes. And LaBelle, good to see you. Yeah, so I'm on my Apple device. We're gonna do this, and we'll see what happens. Okay, now I'm here. For some reason, I don't understand. You were unsubscribed. Yeah, that has been a point of contention with YouTube for so long. It's been terrible, and you're not the only one. I mean, I have been unsubscribed from people, but it's funny. There's people that I've been subscribed to for years, and I know I haven't been to their channel in a while, but yet I'm still subscribed. So, question mark there. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, it's weird, but thanks for coming back because it's hard. It's really hard. It's hard to keep those people. You know what I mean? I was never fortunate to get like a ton of people real fast and whatever, and so anyway. Okay, and I see Poppy's coming in there. So let me, I'm going to take this other. So I had to do some creative things to play my video today, but let me see. Hopefully this won't blow up the system here. Going to remove that guest there. Okay, good. Okay, awesome. So I can close this other device. But anyway, yeah, it's weird. It just, sometimes it will let you, show the device, show the chat, but other times it won't. So, but anyway, so there's Poppy. I know, fingers. I know. Okay, so I'm gonna let Poppy up. Okay, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right, darling.
I can hear you. Yes.
Yes, we can hear each other. I can
Isn't
see
that
you.
terrible that like we're hold on, I'm
I
on
don't know.
solo. I gotta unsolo myself. Sorry.
I thought you might have been solo. Oh,
Yeah.
wiggle.
Let
There
me
we
let
go.
me fix this. Here we go. I don't like this one either. Ew. Ew, ew, ew.
Is it because
Okay.
you was too close to the camera?
I don't know. No, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. Let me see if I can change. Nope, that's too small.
It's only little.
You're teeny. I like
How to
this one.
hide me
I
when you've
guess we're
had
gonna
enough
do
of
this
me.
one for now until Ursula or somebody else comes. This
Sorry,
is
I'm a
not the
little late,
best.
darling.
This is not the best. So, how's everything since I've seen you in 5 minutes or 20 minutes?
It's about 20 in it.
About 20 minutes? Mm.
Yep, I've had some food. I've been to the loo.
All
I even
right.
recorded a book review.
You did. Okay. Now I feel like a slacker.
No, it was just a case of I ran downstairs, I done myself a toasty sandwich, run upstairs, scoffed it, and then went, I got
Oh.
15 minutes. Boink.
Oh, okay, then Michelle. Yeah, so she liked the piano in the fireplace. So that's on StreamYard, which I enjoy that so much. I know it's amazing, but I'm not there today.
Oh, are they the added backgrounds you can get, is it?
Yes, yes. And Restream has them too, but I'm afraid to even play around with that right now because it's been one of those days. You know, you just go, maybe I won't do that.
Please don't. We had technical difficulties at
Yeah.
Ursula's.
So I did not even want to chance anything too creative. But I
No.
did play my video, and that's the only way I could play it was on my Chrome. And I was like,
Oh,
you know,
help.
but I played it. I said, I'm going to play it. That's it. It's done. I'm off. But that's
Oh,
what's so funny, you know. Yeah, it's really weird. Now, let's see here. What can we do? I don't like this side by side. It's pretty tight. Now, see if I
I
take
don't
this
mind it, but I think it's because you're sitting a bit
up too close. Yeah,
close and your
I can
angle's
push it
slightly
back.
off.
There we go. That's a little better. Okay.
No,
Yeah, you need your piano, but yeah,
I
that's
put it
cool.
forward.
I know. I'll come back. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's better. Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting. Like this whole thing with these devices, it's a nightmare.
It is.
And the
Yeah.
thing that's funny is they don't like. I noticed the Apple devices they don't like them on StreamYard. Like there's certain things they won't let you do, and I'm sure
Mm.
that's probably because they're being meanies. They don't want
Well,
people on.
you'll probably find that Apple are very strict with some of their terms and
They are.
conditions and their
They are.
usages, and it's the same with a couple of the other Android and even down
Okay.
to Microsoft. They don't like sharing the space. They want everybody to just use their products, and that's
Yes.
that.
Okay.
Um,
Interesting. Yes.
Isaac?
But anyway, but that's good. Yeah, that's awesome. Now it looks like I'm frozen on this one thing over here, which is weird. Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I
Yeah, I'm
can.
just like I'm closing this other window here. Just close it. But anyway, let's see. I hope I don't kick myself out. Okay, I'm still here.
No, yeah, you're still fine. I've just had
I'm
to jump in.
closing a lot of so I have a lot of tabs open and so that's never good. So I'm closing all these tabs and I'm gonna try to go back into YouTube over here. Like I usually have my phone running, but I didn't today. You get an echo, so you gave up. See? And I don't know why some people because I like Lydia had an echo, she couldn't rectify. Zach
Yeah,
had an echo that he couldn't rectify.
Ursula had the echo today as
And she
well.
had the echo today, so I don't know.
Yeah, and
Let's
they
see.
they were blaming who was it? Google today.
Yes.
They were blaming
Well, there
Google.
is something weird about it. And now let's see. And now Ursula, I don't know if you can hear us. I can't see her. She has like a black screen.
Turn your camera on, girl. That's why she didn't let me up.
Oh, yes. So anyway, let's see. Oh, okay. Now let's see. What did she say? Oh, okay. Michelle's saying, "Yeah, I need my piano," which I think is hilarious. And then she's saying, "Oh boy, that's really tiny. Need to get an old-fashioned beep with the offline multicolor going across the screen when the TV went out overnight." Yeah, I think Ursula's having trouble with Restream, so I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised given that the fact that she had trouble. Okay. Oh, so LaBelle wants to know what
Well,
book were
she
you reading?
said that she was going to delete. Oh, who was it?
It was the Chrome. I heard her
Yeah,
say
she's going to
Chrome.
delete Chrome, bring up the other one, or the other way round to
Yeah.
see if that helped with the pixelation. Because when she comes over here, doesn't
Hmm.
matter what phone she uses, she ends up being pixelated.
Right. And she was
Yeah,
great
30 minutes
initially.
before, her
Yeah, she
screen
was.
was lovely and clear.
Yeah, she was great initially. That's why I was like, "Oh no, what happened?" You know what I mean? Like it's weird that it happened now. Yeah. So anyway,
Okay, so
there's. But anyways, so she's asking, what book did you review? Lionsgate.
I'm doing my catalogue of book reviews. I like to do
Good.
a job load of them all in one go,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and
and
then
then she.
upload them
Okay.
ready. So there's one each week, and that's the one I've just done.
Oh, okay. And then she
500
also said, I'm
toys.
reading this wrong. She said, I started The Lionsgate by Peter Pressfield. It's fact, not fiction. Should be the 6 Day War, but written like a novel. Another great book. Okay. Fancy.
Yeah, she was coming down. She said then the next one she said is The
Yep.
Wall by Marion Hosfer.
Hmm.
That is fiction, but mesmerizing. I'm not the best with books. I will be honest.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
I did go through a big phase of the Sookie Stackhouse adventures.
Oh.
Yeah, I did all those, and then I went through a bit of a vampire thing and a werewolfy thing, but
Yes.
none of the. Did I do Twilight? Yeah, I did Twilight, so I could laugh at it and call it ridiculous and stupid.
That was ridiculous. That was the worst. I think that's one of the
Yeah.
worst books ever
Well,
written.
it was designed for what, 14 to 17-year-olds,
I mean,
supposedly.
there's so much wrong with that story. If I can just tell you,
Yeah.
there's just so much wrong. But anyway.
But then I liked Annie Rice. I liked her as an author. I like her as an author.
Okay, a lot of people like her. Yeah, she's really
Yeah.
popular. Oh, here it is. Okay. So Melanie's crochet, yeah, she has the answer here. So she said, hold on. So Ursula's trying Firefox. So let's see. So she said, I saw an announcement that StreamYard is having a sound problem, and your guests must wear earphones to stop it. Just popped in. Thank you, Melanie. What?
Cheers, Mel.
I have not heard that. Wow.
Yeah, if we get the same issues, I'll drop down because yeah, I've got earphones, but it means I have to then change settings on my computer,
which is
to be able to use the earphones, which will confuse me and probably make it even worse.
Okay, cool.
I'm not technically minded, remember?
Well, some days I am, but some days it just depends, like on what it is. Because some days I'm like, I can't get the tech, and other days I'm like,
yeah,
okay, yeah. So
with me, I just say it's whether brain cell number 2 is asleep or awake.
Yes, yeah. So anyway, it's really really interesting. But so anyway, so I've got a couple things. All right, so I've got this running here, so we're good. Okay, so I've got it running on YouTube. I'm looking at 2 devices. We're gonna just keep it going. Just in case things happen. But anyway, poor Ursula. Yeah, her screen's not working. I can see her video. I see her. I see she's there, but no video.
Yeah, as I was saying, I'm not a big reader. If I am, and I find an author that I like,
yep.
Then I go down the rabbit hole of books, and you won't see me for months. There will be no crochet. It will just be books, and as in I'm reading them and not coming in to YouTube at all. So it's safer I stay clear.
But it is interesting. So she said it's on the site. That's what Melanie said. Yeah. Okay. See, I didn't even think like I didn't even get to that point, like to even go to the site. I didn't even like do that. See, because the thing is, I was paying for it for a very long time, and my husband and I, because like I mean, I'm making a little bit on YouTube, but I'm not making that much. Yeah, and it's sad that you have to sort of like pick and choose your your poison, like what you want to keep and whatever. So when you don't pay, it's like even worse, I think.
Yeah.
Because they don't have obligations to you. You know what I mean? So, okay. So there's a question. Michelle's saying, "Poppy, the mandala you have behind you, can I do your sweater in that?" Ooh.
The mandala I have behind you. Ah, that one.
Mm.
Could you do my sweater? I'm assuming you're talking about. Oh, sorry, off camera a second.
You're fine.
Okay. You can with my written pattern. If you want to change the yarn for a different way or a different colorway, go for it. The way that my patterns are written is you work out the sizing that you need based off of the increases.
Yep.
And as long as you follow along with that basic math of the pattern, you can swap it to anything. And yes, this one would work with that. I don't know how good the striping would be. It depends on if you want to color control it or not.
So that's right.
I have to tell you how many of these you would need because I don't know your size either.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Those mandalas, they're very thin, right? They're a 3, maybe?
Yeah. Oh, let's pull it back out. Let me double check.
I think they are.
According to them, it's a 4. Look, according to their label, it's a 4.
Their pants are on fire.
Absolutely, squat diddly chance that is a 4. Now this is a DK3.
Okay, hang
on. And we know this is
a
DK3 because it's poppy red. Okay, it's the red I use.
Yes.
Put that alongside. Oh, if my hands will work today.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Put that alongside it.
Mm.
Where are we? Same thickness. I'm sorry.
It is
I would say my red is thicker.
Yeah, I think your red is thicker, actually.
I think it may just be the way that they're twisted, to be honest.
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm.
yeah, I would class this as a 3 or a DK weight. I would not class this as a 4.
Mm-mm. No, they're so
I
wrong.
found the start of a project. I wonder what it was going to be.
Okay. Oh, I forgot one. Okay, so let's see. Hang on. Okay. Oh, here's I don't know how to pronounce this word.
Okay, where are we?
Hold on, I'm going to put it up there. So, LaBelle
Selected
saying,
yet.
"I get a Fide by Akif Piernici."
Yeah, as I said, I'm not looking to read any books at the
Oh,
moment. Yeah, if I
well, here's
do
a
read,
suggestion.
it's normally on my Kindle, so I can
Yes,
sort out the color background to
yes.
the writing. Otherwise, it jumps all over the place. I end up with
Mm-hmm.
migraines and I vomit a lot.
Okay.
It's down to dyslexia. Dyslexia is fun.
Well, I'm sure reading is terrible. Like
Oh,
that's got to be
Discovery
terrible.
of Witches. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's another one. That's what Dinky Jen's suggesting there. And let's see. Oh, Suzanne's saying audiobooks, yeah, are the best to multitask. And I think that's great if you're crocheting or whatever you're crafting and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was on, what was I on? Audible the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realise we had like my husband's got Audible because normally you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
But my husband had got it and we picked it up on the TV on our TV that he got
Mm-hmm.
this. And I've gone in and found a freebie and just clicked without even realising I was on Audible. I actually thought I was on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and all it was a screen with an image that had
Mm-hmm.
movement in it every now and then these voices just going. And I thought, well, do you know what? I'll sit and listen to that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another one that he's got from Audible, which is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh yeah.
The team behind that, the actors, have gone and done another book. Read out one of the books or something along that line. So we put it on in the car as we were driving out somewhere. And it was like 10 minutes of music. And you're like, no, I wanted this story that's supposed to be attached to it.
Interesting.
Yeah. I can understand there being a bit of music in amongst it and things like that. But the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes of it led us to get so bored we turned over and put something else on.
Wow.
But I'll have to give it another go because I'm a bit of a buff. I used to be a bit of a Buffy freak.
Did you like that? Yeah, my husband watched that show. I never got into it, but I don't watch a lot of TV. Apparently.
To be honest, I think I prefer in the long run out of that one, I preferred Angel. It was a bit more edgy. I think it was a bit more edgy.
Yeah, Angel was a little bit. Yeah,
and he was hot for the time.
He was pretty.
And I was young enough to appreciate it.
No, he was okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But no, I'm a Supernatural girl now. I watched it about 4 or 5 years ago. I think it was like when the last season was coming out. I finally got around to watching them all.
Oh, you watched them?
And I've done the whole set 3 times. I'm on my 3rd time round.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've actually seen most of those too. That's because of my family. Like, I don't necessarily watch a show. But anyway, also LaBelle's saying it's a shame you don't live around the corner from her. She wants to. She said it's a shame you don't live around the corner, so that you could. You guys could share library. Yes, because she has a lot. Yep, that's what I thought. And then yes, that one. Yep, that Mandela. Yeah, the Mandelas. I think it's a DK. You know, they keep.
That one definitely is. I must admit, I've had other mandalas that are thicker. That I would say would be a true 4 weight.
But the original one
that might be a bit fluffier.
Yeah, it's got a little halo.
Yeah, like a little halo to it or something, which is why they've upped it. But to me personally, I don't see it.
Yeah. Okay. Carol's crazy. Hold on, I got to get her name.
Carol's crazy. Sweet.
She's also crazy. Carol's crazy, crochet and more. Honey.
Crazies have got to stick together, girl.
Yes, you do. All right. So, okay, now let's see. Did she get it? Now Ursula's saying, all right, ready when you are? Are you ready? Uh-oh. I can't see her face. I'm hoping I don't get like a situation.
Hopefully we'll be okay. We're doing all right at the moment.
Let me see here. Oh, Lord. Yeah, she's not there. Okay.
Give her a moment or two.
We tried. I'm like,
yeah,
for quick. All right, so then we have and then Michelle said I have that pink Get loads on sale from Lion Brand. Yeah, the pink is actually that's my favorite.
what
That
this?
Cupid, the Cupid. Yeah, they call it Cupid, I believe, if that's the one. Or is that another pink? No, I'm sorry. You have the other one. Yeah.
What is this one called? I don't
I
even know
forget
if
what
it's got
that
a
one's
name.
called.
Felicity.
Oh, Felicity. Nice.
That one's Felicity. I got
like
this in
the name.
Australia.
Hold on. Let me put you.
Because it was cheaper.
Yes. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice.
Yeah, it's showing up pretty nicely, actually.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I got that one in Australia. It was
Mm-hmm.
Spotlight on sale. It was 3 for 2, hence why I got 3. But I can't remember how much it was, but it was at least 25% cheaper than what I would have paid in the
Australia.
UK. Yeah. Hence why I like going there when I go over and visit the Outlaws.
That's funny. Let's see. We got Dawn. Dawn's here. Dawn Yarndall. Hang on. Let me see if I can show you. Oh, this is slow today. Wow. Good morning.
I'm trying to see where you are in the chat. It's completely confusing me again. Like
it's 10:17. I'm like 5 minutes behind, give or take.
10:17. Crikey, you're a little way behind.
Yes. Yeah. Right now it's 10:23. If I'm looking at this right, so not bad. And Dawn's saying hey to everybody, but Michelle's saying it's a roving. Okay, roving. Yeah. See, some of those. I forgot that Mandela sort of played around with the. They have a roving, a non-roving, yeah. And so it's going to be a little bit different. And everyone's saying hi. If I can not fat finger. There we go.
Dinky, love the originals.
Yes. And let's see. Okay. Everyone's ready for bingo. That's good. We got, can't stop. I'm going to jump through. Okay. So you have can't stop walking, but love mowing and cruising. Let's see. There we go.
We go, Smileys.
Working hard. Good to see you. Let's see. And then everyone's saying hello. And it depends who reads the audio books. Some audio books are diabolical. And sadly, Richard Burton is no more. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, I think that's the whole thing. Like a lot of times they try to have these movie stars reading them. And I don't know if they're necessarily the best choice either.
I don't know. I've got there's a couple of people that I really like. But my problem is remembering their names. Now,
and I can't think of him either.
I can't think of his name at all. There's a gentleman that does. Hold on, give me 2 minutes.
That's better.
Yep, I'm going to run outside. I'm going to get some books, so I've got reference in front of me.
There you go.
In a second.
Yeah. But anyway, she's out for a second. So anyway, but Dinky Jen liked Angel. Yeah, Angel was interesting. Okay. But thanks for coming in, Jen Reeves. Yeah, you got to run, but thank you for coming in. Yep. We got Lydia's here. Welcome in. Yes. And Wednesday on Netflix is great. Let's see. When she took the piranhas to the pool to avenge her brother. Oh, that's Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. I saw that I saw the pilot. Yes, I did see that one. I was like, wow, that was an interesting way to start. She just got started. Oh, and you're rewatching the originals, Dinky Jen saying, wow. Okay, you missed some of the episodes first time around. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that happens. And I can't see you yet, Ursula, which is weird. Yeah. Not sure why. Anyway, everyone's saying hi. We got Dawn P. Good to see you. Yes. Hello, beautiful people. Very nice. And there you go. Nightbot saying hey. I'm going to jump through. I'm getting there. Ooh, I'm now how many minutes behind? Not too bad. Okay. Everyone's saying hi. And you're using the mandala. Okay, Dawn P's using the mandala. The color Zen for Tunisian blanket. Okay. That's cool. And let's see. Let's keep going. We got the Bud Files. I want to make sure I get everybody in there. Hello. Bud Files. Oh, and Dinky Jen's using Ferris wheel. That's my favorite. I'll tell you, I bought one of those randomly, and it came out so beautiful. I was just like, I love it. I love it. Yes.
No, okay. I've made something with Ferris wheel. I wasn't. That's the wibbly wobbly yarn, isn't it?
Now she said, she had some issues, and let's see if I can. Hold on. I'm gonna read it from here. Okay, yeah, I'm using Ferris wheel for the bod hat. It started unraveling and kinked, and the yarn split. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
So no more unraveling, but the kinks can stay. Nice. But I
Yeah, I
still
want
think
some Mochi.
the colors are really nice in the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, they're
And
pretty, but never again.
okay, so
Never.
Ursula's hubby's home, so she's gone for today. But thanks for trying to come
Thank
in.
you for trying, darling.
Yes, we appreciate you, and thanks for joining again.
Fingers crossed
And
it's fixed by next week.
yeah, we'll see what happens. But anyway, and then Dinky Jen saying hi to everyone she missed. So I caught up. I just want to make sure everybody, at least I get you in there, the
Yeah.
acknowledgement. So the strange thing that happened was, and everybody's heard about this, but Ollie's Got Yarn, which is our little closeout store.
Mm.
But they got these Ogos, which are like, yeah, you see the cringe. But I bought one because I like
I've
this
I, t-
lemon color.
I saw them in Australia. And I thought, oh yeah, okay, let's have a look at these. I touched it and I was like, no,
No,
no.
but I'll show you this one thing here. Let's see if I can make myself big here. Okay, so this is the Ogo I got. This is called. Oh boy, sorry about the. I gotta flip it over. This color is called Milk and Honey, and it's got a yellow, a white, a cream, and like a almost a latte color. So yellow, cream, and latte.
Okay,
And
the colour's nice on that. But
yeah, this
really,
one's actually not that bad.
how
And
many yards are you getting on it? Come on.
oh, thank you. Yes, for asking that. So this is a bulky 6, so it's big. You get 220 yards, which is not a lot.
No,
Now
not at all.
this is their project. And see, that's a little girl right there. You can't see her, but she's
Don't
probably
know how little she is. You need about 50 of the things.
she's probably like 4 feet tall. I don't three
If
three and a
that.
half to 4 feet tall at the most. And you need 9 of these to make this. So that's a lot. I mean, you know, and these were like $11.99 or $12.99 depending
So
on
you're
where you
looking
got
at
them.
over $100 to make a blanket out of that.
And this is just blanket yarn.
Now, can you get the equivalent yarn in those colours singly?
I don't know. See, this color I don't ever see. I don't look at blanket yarn, so I don't know. But this is the color that kind of grabbed me. I kind of went, "Oh, I like this color."
Is it like a mustardy yellow? Is it?
Yes, and this cream is okay. And actually, even this tannish, taupish, whatever is okay.
Don't get me wrong. I like the colours.
Yeah, I think these are
if
good.
you can save yourself some money for that blanket,
yeah,
then buy the colours separately in larger, bigger balls because you're bound to save some cash that way.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she looks tiny. This girl looks 3 foot something, you know, to me.
Yeah.
3'7", 3'6", 3'5". You know, she's pretty small.
Have you
but this blanket is way over her. Yeah, it's way over her head. I mean, it's huge because that's her there. Her head's right there, and they're holding the blanket over her head at least by a foot or so, foot or 3, foot or 2. I mean, it's big.
Is it a free pattern that comes with that?
Yeah, so you have to hit this little, hit the QR code.
QR code.
Yeah, it's
then you'll be able to find out how big the thing is meant to be.
Right, but it's big. I mean, clearly it's big, and you need 7 of these. Or was it? Yeah, was it 9? It was 7. I believe it was 7. Okay. It's either 7 or it's 9, but it's
still a $20 difference, girl.
But but I'm saying like you need a bunch of these. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no.
And to me, if you need more than 5, that's a lot.
No,
in my opinion, yeah. But,
yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I don't know how long that little girl's arm is. That's a good question, LaBelle.
She got monkey arms.
I don't know. Oh, let's see. And then Suzanne saying her always had Colorama Halo. Oh, the halo. See, the halo's very pretty.
Oh, is it?
It's sort of like the it's got fur in it. It's sort of furry, and it makes a really nice furry shawl or a coat. Like you could make a really nice coat out of that color. That's nice. Yeah, and see, and these were like $12 or $11 in the regular store at the time. And then you skip the blanket. Yeah, see, and I'm not a big blanket person.
Don't get me wrong, I would love a big blanket, but the cost of the materials alone for me would personally put it out to back. There's no way. But if I could get hold of a copy of that pattern, swap my yarn around to a cheaper yarn, then maybe I would make it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and here's let's say, okay, so Suzanne's saying she got Rose Frost, which I'm sure is pretty. It's sort of a pinkish purple with the white. Yeah, it's really nice. I mean, so yeah. one of the ladies in my knitting group that likes the bougie yarn actually liked the Colorama, the Halo, which I fell off my chair because this woman only buys like
posh stuff,
sheepies, and like little tiny balls of yarn for
stupid
$20.
balls at exorbitant amounts. Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. Yeah, so she skipped. So I understand it.
well, that's the thing for me. I wouldn't order that yarn here in the UK because import taxes and everything make it too expensive.
Oh, you want the QR code? Okay, hold on. Let me see. They want to see it.
Right, big screen.
Yes. Let me see if I can get this all in here.
Get ready with your phones, everyone.
Yep, get ready. Let me see if I can get it in the shot. There we go.
Stop.
It's crooked. There we go. Gotcha.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. We'll go to 10. 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hope you got it.
I think we got it. Yeah, and I'm not sponsored, but it is what it is. Okay, but anyway, we got Crossover Paranormal Societies here. Hello.
Hiya.
Jonathan, good to see you. And let's see again. So we got the QR code for Dawn P. Yes. And there's and Your Inspirations, I will say, has a ton of patterns. They're free.
Yeah, they do.
Knit and
you're
crochet.
able to get them here in the UK as well if you jump onto their website. Yes. I have done in the past. I think I got a Christmas pattern off them once.
Oh, and somebody's asking, where are you located, Suzanne? If you don't mind sharing, because people want to know. Yeah, so we got the other smaller Ogos also, the ones that are Red Heart Super Saver.
Yeah.
But you can buy Red Heart Super Saver so easily, like it's kind of like unnecessary, but it is what it is. Yeah, good to see you. And let's see. Oh, okay.
Okay, so Memore's saying that the blanket is meant to be 50 inches by 60 inches.
Okay, that's pretty big. Yeah.
So that is big. Well, if you say so. I don't know the measurements like that.
But that's pretty big. I mean, to me, for that little girl, it doesn't really. It's kind of like overkill.
So that's going to fit a double bed, a standard double is again.
Yes. Oh, you're in Central Jersey. Ah, okay. I love Central New Jersey. My first real job, I worked in Central New Jersey. It was so pretty. Yeah. I have happy memories there.
Yeah.
Oh, I see a typo there. But anyway.
Hopefully everybody got that QR code. If they didn't,
if not, I'll do it again.
Back and pause us for a few seconds.
Yes. And hi, Juanita. How are you? Good to see you. And she got it. Okay, so she did. Okay. Yeah, she got it. And then Dinky Jen got it. Okay, as long as they could get it. Yeah, and like I said, so many nice patterns.
Yeah.
Latte cake. That's it. Thank you. I could not get that out of my brain into my. Yes, it's like the latte cake. Yeah, it's very nice, and the lady loved it. I couldn't believe it. She made something out of it. It was either like a shawl or a scarf or something, and it was beautiful. And it was this yellow color. It was kind of that yellow mustardy color. Yeah. I don't know what that is. Yeah,
I don't know. I've tried working with a similar yarn, but I had an absolute nightmare trying to sew in and hide ends with that.
You can't. No, it's really hard. Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah. Excuse me a minute.
Yep. Yeah, they made it so hard. I don't know why that chenille yarn just does that, but yeah, that's good. So Central Jersey, nice. Okay, so yeah, that blanket's big. Well, to me, that's pretty big.
Sorry, got to leg it a second. I'll be back shortly.
Sure. Oh, no problem. Yeah. Oh, okay. So next month. Yeah, I know. Oh, and then okay. So Faith said my local yarn store has the yellow chenille yarn. Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, there you go. And then I'm working on my blanket before I go to work. That's what Lydia's working on. And Suzanne saying hearts. Okay. And next month, yeah, Michelle said she'll get there. Yeah, I mean, let me tell you, we have 2 ollies where I live that are really pretty close together, and the yarn is gone. Like those women came in. I won't say women, but like, the ladies came in and got it. That's all I can tell you. They really were happy to get the yarn. And my husband's got this thing going with the one of the workers that works there, and he sort of tells them when things are coming, if things are coming or whatever.
Oh, that's
and
fun.
Yeah, and he goes, yeah, this is coming. Make sure you keep an eye out for it. And anyway, so he's actually been able to pick up a few things that way. But there was a lady. I was in there. I went to their number one store. It's in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and they uh they had like completely different things than I had, like things I'd never seen and whatever. And I said to the lady, I said, where's your yarn section? And she goes, oh, it's only in this little corner. Like they had run out. This was
Yeah.
before this shipment came in. But she said, but there is some coming. And I went, and that was like 2 weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago.
Have you managed to make
Anyway,
it back there yet, though?
but I was very happy. I was like, yes. So that's when I discovered this other yarn, but they put it out. They didn't even have a flyer. Usually they have a flyer or something and they
Yeah.
go, this is coming, blah, blah, blah. Nothing. They just threw this out.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But anyway, so I just, was happy to see something new in the store regarding yarn and craft. Now they do have a lot of kits. I have to tell you guys real quick. Of course, I don't have one nearby, but they have kits that they must have cleared out somebody's craft section, and it's all crochet kits. So they had pumpkins for Halloween, like a couple weeks ago, and they have the Nutcracker. There's some other stuff, like my brain's not working right. Star Wars. They had some Star Wars kits with these little tiny figures. I think they give you enough yarn to make one figure, but they give you the pattern to make more.
Yeah.
And my husband was like, look at all these kits. And I'm like, you just go, you're trying not to buy yarn, but
don't. I went through a kit phase quite a while ago where I purchased a load from our Aldi when they had a yarn event on.
Yeah. I'm going to try that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've decided I'm not going to be purchasing kits anymore.
Oh, yeah, I think the kits are good only if... See, I guess if you have a lot of yarn, it really doesn't... Well, and you sort of know amigurumi, so you're good to go. You know what I mean?
Even then, some of the kits have thrown me through the loop of
weird.
Trying to work out where I'm meant to put stuff and
true.
How you're meant to attach it. And they just say, well, look at the photo, and the photo's like an inch big. And you're like,
they're very small.
It's got the whole head and body in this inch, and I've got to try and work out where I'm sewing this ear on the top of the head that it doesn't show, and things like that. But the flip side of that is, in the UK, we've got different rules and regulations coming in regards to our makes. And there is not enough product normally left for you to be able to test it, and you can't get the paperwork and stuff like that for the yarn that's even in the box. So
interesting.
The items in there are only made for display purposes only, which means if I was going to make it and sell it, I would have to put it on a stand and glue its feet to a lump of wood or something.
So that's all you could do.
So it cannot be removed, because if it can be removed, it's still got play value, which means I have to run all these tests, and it's just not worth the aggro.
Yeah, you don't have time for that. Yeah, no, I got you. So let's see. Suzanne said she got...
first Tuesday monthly, Ollie gives a military discount.
Yeah, I love that. I forgot about that. Yes, I did.
Is that for anybody? Is that any military? And when can I come over and stay at your hotel and bring husband with his military card?
Yes. Yeah, they are very nice. And then Suzanne got the Trolls kits. And apparently they are Barnes and Noble. I'm going to guess maybe they are. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it does depend on who the kits are made by and where they're from, if that makes sense. As I said, the Aldi ones for me are a no-go. I have bought some from the works before, which I haven't worked through yet. But they're looking a little easier to work than the ones that I've previously made.
Yeah, that's really weird. Oh, see, Dinky Jen said she got one kit from her shop to make 2 Mickey Minnie Mouse beanies. Oh, I don't think there's enough yarn for both. No, see, and I think that's what they do to you.
Yeah, they do it purposely.
You're all worked up, and you're like, yes, and there's only for one out of the 2 things in there. Yeah,
I made what was it? I had the Disney Frozen kit. Okay, now this thing was massive. It was full of everything you needed.
Yeah,
and you can make the 4 main characters. Okay, so it was the 4 dolls. That was not adding. So that was Olaf, The one that freezes everything, the sister, and then the first husband, right? That's all you can make. But in the book, you had the pattern for the reindeer, who's not a reindeer, but I can't think of his name.
But
everyone else was shouting at the screen.
Yes.
And Boulder, which is the little rock person. Right. Well, I worked my way through this kit and I thought, I wonder how much yarn, like, because there was loads left. And I was like, okay, so let's try and make Boulder. Well, the colours that they'd said to use in the book were different to the colours in the pictures.
Yes.
And there was none of either. And it was just like,
okay.
Yeah, see? So do what you can with your leftovers.
Yeah.
But, not again. I was going to, that set that I'd made, I was actually going to use as a Halloween special, but I didn't get around to recording it. So I'll have to record that for next year. I'm going to burn them.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll see how that goes.
That's how bad I think they are.
Yeah.
He was just chucking it down with rain and I was just like, I just want to burn them.
But that's really, really interesting. I mean, like, I think the I don't know. Like I'm not a fan of the kits because, like I said, I tell this story like a million times. I try not to keep recycling the story. But what happened was there was a girl that came to my crochet group, and she was brand new. She was probably about 12 years old, never crocheted in her life, and the magic circle.
Oh, in that case, I would have turned around to her and said, "Chain 2, darling, and work all the numbers into that first chain."
Well, here's the crazy thing. They made the magic circle. And I was like, it was already there and it had a little stitch marker or something on it. It was made. But then how do you teach somebody to crochet in the round when they've never crocheted? Like, it's kind of backward. Or, you know what I mean? It's the cart before the horse.
Like, personally for myself, my best mate, or my big sis as I call her, she tried to teach me to crochet. She tried to get me to do a granny square.
Yeah, I think that's hard.
My first granny square I did last year. I've been crocheting since 2018.
Yeah.
I finally got around to doing a granny square last year. Well, just a basic 3 stitches, right? Mm-hmm. Nothing major.
Yeah.
But I came home and I was like, it's not defeating me. So I went to the shop, picked up some orange, picked up a crochet hook from a charity shop, got home, and I found a pumpkin pattern, which was single crochet worked in the round.
Okay.
This one. And
that's cute. Hold on, let me see. I'll make you big real quick. Hold on. Show it again. Make you big so I can. There you go.
Nice. Yeah. So that's this one, right? So I started off with this guy at the top.
Yes.
And then I moved on to the next guy. Now it's exactly the same pattern.
Yes.
Exactly the same hook, exactly the same yarn. Mm-hmm. But as you can see, as I got used to doing it, my tension got looser.
Yes.
And then it was a case of, sew on some faces, and they told you how to do a basic face, and I just went a bit too lally by the time I got to the bottom hippie one. I was like, I want a hippie.
Yes.
And that's
great. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. I found amigurumi was easier to understand.
Mm-hmm. And, okay.
And the principle, because you're only ever working one stitch, and it's just whether you're putting 2 in the spot or you're squidging 2 together.
That's true. That is true. Now, but the only thing is, and I agree with Suzanne here.
Okay.
I say that like a beginner should start with chains and a single crochet. Like, I still say that. I maintain that. I stand by that because, in
theory, you can start an amigurumi with a chain 2, and then it is single crochet. So we both win.
Right. No, but most people don't know that, though. That's the problem. You know what I mean? And like, they don't talk about that. Usually they go, start with the magic circle and crochet in the round. And it's like, no. Not if you're brand new, you don't do that.
I never start my amigurumi with the basic magic circle. I do the double magic circle.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I work over the yarn again as I'm doing the next round.
There you go. No, but that's advanced. That's intermediate or advanced. I mean,
no, that's just lazy. I hate sewing. So if I work over it,
well, I love that. But the other thing was that the young lady held her hook like this.
Okay, so she was a knife holder.
No, that's no. Right? Look where I'm holding the.
You're holding it halfway down. Yeah.
No, I'm holding it right there. Do you see this?
Okay, so yeah, that's how I first started. That's why the top of mine was so bad, because I didn't
There's
realise
nowhere
that
to
the
hook
neck
it.
of
I
it.
mean, you're like right in there. Like
Yeah,
she's trying to crochet
you're
with
arguing with
this
it.
amount of a hook.
Oh, don't. I literally used to hook it over and then yank it back through.
Oh,
And my stitch was probably the same width
yeah.
as the little V section in the hook. It never went further than that V section.
Wow. But see, I
Yeah.
think you should put your thumb here at least or whatever. You know what I mean? Where this little,
Nowadays, on the metal hooks,
Yeah.
I hold them where the numbers are, where the flat
And
of the number is. That's where I hold it.
yeah, whether it's, your
Yeah,
pencil
I'm
or
a pencil, so I
but
held
even
mine like a pen.
still, like this is crazy. And
Yeah,
her wrist was so tight. Like I was like,
yeah,
can I touch your wrist? And I was like, do this, take a breath, you know, like
yeah.
like give yourself breathe. It's not supposed to be so tight. Like you have to
No,
like relax.
my thing is, I
Hmm.
say to people that that's just to keep it on the hook. And
Hmm.
this bit here is the size. And once
Yeah.
they get into the head that that's actually the size, you don't have
Hmm.
to yank your yarn to get it through.
Hmm.
Then it makes it a lot easier and a lot not looser, but the right
Yeah.
size for the project and the hook
Yes.
that you're using. But then I didn't know that right back at the beginning, hence why the
Hmm.
pumpkin was so flipping small. And that's a DK weight yarn. If I did that now, you'd probably find my next one would sit on the bottom of the stack.
Right. Yeah, which is crazy. But
Yeah.
anyway, welcome in Together We Break, the
Hello, darling.
production. Good to see you. And you can't crochet, you tried, it gets to form. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
like the big thing, like to me, crochet, 90% of it is tension. So if it's too tight or too loose, it looks terrible. Like you just have
Yeah.
to find whatever you have to do. You have to kind of get that tension going, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm very weird when I hold my yarn. Half
Hmm.
the time it's running just between two fingers like that. And
Hmm.
I don't really apply a great deal of tension anymore on it.
Yeah, and
Because,
you probably don't have to. Yeah, you know what I mean. And
yeah,
then yeah, let's see. Juanita's saying it's hard for beginners to square the edges. I'd start them with half double crochet. Then after that, I would do a single crochet project. Yeah, and you could probably do that too. I mean, that's an easier.
yeah.
To me, it's a pretty easy stitch. Yeah, for sure.
The good thing about the terminology that Americans use, and I use it as well over
Hmm.
on my channel, is it is
Yep.
simpler to understand because it's just you're going up a stitch, so it's an extra loop on your hook, up a stitch,
Hmm.
extra hook over, and that's how I
Yep.
thought about it when I was learning it. Whereas when I
Hmm.
tried to learn it in English terms,
Yes.
I was like, "You what? This is
Yeah,
bat crazy."
it is really interesting, isn't it? But
Yeah,
let's
and
see.
yet it's the
So
same thing. It's the
yeah,
same
but it
stitches.
is. It's like an extra loop. Yeah, it's an extra time you go through. Yep.
Mm.
But then Dinky Craft saying she does a magic circle with all of her ammies, and I sew the end before I decrease. Ah,
Yeah,
okay. And then Suzanne said, let's see, hang on. Uh-oh. I give you both a lot of credit for teaching beginners to crochet. Yeah, it's hard. But anyway, but I just wanted her because I could tell like she was very, see, the problem is if you're discouraged in the first 5 minutes, then it's over.
yeah,
You've lost them.
exactly.
And that's
Yeah,
all I say,
unless you've got a kid with a stubborn streak who
right.
won't let it win,
Yeah.
then
And,
yeah,
and that's the hardest thing. And see, and I wish somebody had said to me, it's tension. It's all
yeah,
about tension. And that's, at least that's the way I look at it. Because if it's too loose, then you get too many holes, or whatever.
yeah.
Like it has to be somewhat precise, in terms of when you do your stitches, is that then it looks better. You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's why I've kept my pumpkin stack. It's not just for decoration, it's to show, hold on, look, this is just tension alone that's caused the size difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's amazing. Just a few little
Yeah.
things. And
And
then
because it's visual, you can automatically see, hold on a minute, this looks like a pyramid.
it does
Are
look like a
you sure
tulip
you didn't
pyramid.
go up to a worsted weight? And I'm
Yes.
like, no, the hook's the same, everything's the same.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that might be it too. Yeah. Juanita's saying child hand size,
Child
child
hands,
hands, child size
size
hooks,
hooks.
those stinking short clovers. Yeah. Now, see, that might be better for her. Now, I can't remember what that hook looked like, but I just think, unfortunately, she thought she had to hold it way up here. Like she
Yeah.
literally wanted to crochet with just this eighth of an inch or
That's
whatever this
how I
is.
tried to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said,
I
you
can fully
can't.
understand where she's coming from.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's
No,
very
it's
difficult.
doable.
it's
but it
doable, but
hurts
it's,
your hands.
yeah, it hurts your hands. It's too,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's too hard. And I said, it's supposed to go in, you gotta, it's gotta be flowy. It should be a little bit flowy. But anyway, let's see. Oh, oh, you're very kind. Some days, I mean, I've been doing this for a really long time, and that's what I tell people. You have to give yourself time. Like, you have to see the thing that I have with the world today that we're living in is that everything's microwave. If it's not done in 5 minutes, then nobody wants to deal with it. And crocheting and knitting is an art.
Yeah, it's
And
instant gratification at the moment, isn't it?
yes,
Everything has to be
everything
instant
is. You know what I mean?
gratification.
Right. And so, like when I was young, like I started taking art classes when I was about 7, and we would be in those classes would be 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours, and we were just like, looking at stuff, painting. I mean, it was just this music playing in the background. It was just really
It was
chill,
relaxed, yeah.
very, very relaxed. And the teacher just kind of let us go. And sometimes she would walk around the room and she'd say, "Oh, you might want to do this to
This, that,
that. You might want to do that or
or
whatever."
have
But
you tried?
or have you tried that? And she was very relaxed about it. And I think that's the way you have to learn. You just have to give yourself time
Yeah.
and allow yourself time and give yourself permission. It just, well, actually, in my opinion, just to enjoy the process.
And just because you've
there's a
done
process.
something wrong according to a pattern doesn't mean it will turn out wrong.
That's correct.
It
Yeah,
will
because
turn
most
into
people
something
don't know.
unique.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And let's see. And then Lydia's saying, when I started doing my crochet, I did it on my own. No one showed me. My grandmothers never knew how to crochet. Yeah. And so, like I said, I did a book. I also did a book, and I did some videos. I did videos and books to learn crochet. But I really didn't get good until I just sat there and just played around with it. And that's kind of like a lot of what I do is I just mess around with the yarn and see what happens. Because sometimes, you find if you crochet tighter or looser, it looks better. The double crochet versus the single crochet, the treble. I mean, sometimes it really, if you play around with the
and different countries do their stitches sometimes a little bit different as well.
Mm-hmm.
It may be named the same, but it might be slightly different. There's one double crochet that I've seen, and you work through a single crochet at the bottom first, and then you do the double crochet. So I think we call it a stacked double. Sorry.
Oh wow!
But yeah, there's just these weird, and they're like, "Oh, we'll do a double crochet," and I'm like, "But that's not that. We call that something else in the terminology that I know."
Yeah. Yeah, and that's
don't even get me
also
started on the UK double, treble, trebles, and you're like,
I know everything's double, double treble, triple treble. I'm like, really? Like that's a lot.
I'm like, too many T's, mate. You're confusing me.
You're very confusing.
Double.
Because that one the couple that does the crochet, Arnie and somebody and Arnie.
I don't know them.
They're either British or Australian. Anyway, they do this. They do the British, the English terminology, and it's and they get confused. And I can tell even they're confused between the two. So they go, "Now, which one is this?" And I understand. But
that's why I couldn't work with it. I just couldn't do it. As I said, I tried over and over, but where what was it I was doing? I was doing the pumpkin because I'd found the pumpkin pattern, and that was online. That was on YouTube. So I just followed along, and I slowed the video down so that I could see what he was doing and stuff like that. And then I was like, right, I want to move on to something else. I want to make something else.
Yes.
And I think I moved on to bod, and then I became glued to bod.
Yeah, I mean,
and she, a bag a day. Yeah, I say she's the one that taught me because I've made so many of her patterns over the years.
Yeah, I think she really she's a really good teacher, and she had, and you heard about her military teacher, I call it, the one with the whip. She didn't have a whip. It sounded like her teacher was a little bit extra, and but
I found bod really early on.
But she learned, and that's really amazing, like what she can do. But anyway, but here's Lydia said. Let me see. Did I miss this one?
Yeah, because if
no. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. So
if I remember rightly, that lady, she would do a load of work, and then the lady would just rip it back and go on, then do it again.
Yeah. So I call it the I'm going to say the military.
Yeah,
March.
that's definitely old school whip out
Yeah,
sort
she
of
really, yeah,
scenario, isn't it?
she was terrible. So LaBelle's saying with granny squares, the larger they get, the more distorted they look if you crochet in one direction only.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's saying for large squares, I turn a corner, it stays square and looks good. Yeah, and I learned that too, just somebody's videos. I can't remember. So I looked at so many videos when
Yeah,
I
that's
first
the
started.
good thing about YouTube
Yeah,
now. If there's a term in a book, say that you've picked up a book and there's a term you
yeah,
don't understand, even though
yeah.
you've read the directions 50 million times,
Mm-hmm.
you can normally type the name of that stitch into YouTube and somebody will have a video. Whether
Oh
you can
yeah,
understand them or not doesn't matter, even if it's in another language.
yeah,
Just by sitting watching it, normally you can pick up what you're doing in the order that the stitch needs to be made in and what
yes,
stitch is used.
right. So let's see. So so Maura's here. Good to see you, Maura. She's going to work. Yeah, thanks for keeping us running. That's cool.
Thank you, darling.
Have a good day. And then, oh yeah, and then LaBelle's saying, in theory, let's see, a really huge granny square would end up as a circle if crocheted in one direction. See, I never thought about that. See, because the whole thing with the granny square, my people did not make granny squares. So that was like a whole weird
Granny
concept to
squares
me.
in the UK have been around for
Yeah.
centuries.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
like my mom crocheted, but not a lot. Like she just sort of, she dabbled, but not real. She wasn't
I
serious
can't
about
see
it.
how a granny square would turn into a circle
Well,
because you're always putting the corner in the corner section.
You should. Yeah. See, and I think that's the whole thing. Because I remember, I think when I learned the corner originally, I was doing it wrong, incorrectly. Like I
Yeah,
totally
I
was.
did. I think I made a circle.
Oh, and you
Don't
held
ask
it.
me how now.
Yeah, yeah. So now that I know, like, but see, that's the thing. I don't think anybody really explained the granny square to me. And the
Yeah.
book didn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole thing. Oh, but okay, so together we break the chain, said I held it like that. Yeah, you gotta get that, loosen that wrist up. You
Get
can't
the
just
rhythm,
be.
otherwise it ends up getting stiff and clicking and killing you.
Yes. And even like if you knit and you're tense, you'll see your stitches will be real tight.
Ooh,
Like
yeah.
you have to just kind of like take a breath and do the thing.
That's
Okay.
the thing. As I've said previously, I make the poppies for the Royal British Legion. When I first started doing them, I started with 3.5mm hook and a DK.
Yep.
This year, to get them the same size, I've had to go down to a 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still a little bit bigger than the originals.
And they're still bigger. Wow. So you really loosened up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is. Yeah, yeah. So I would just say, like, find that little. I call it the thumb holder.
Yeah.
Find the little thumb holder there.
I call that the
Put your
grip
thumb there.
section. That's the bit I say. That's where the grip is. That's where you
That's
hold
where the
it.
grip is. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is
You hold it
this.
there, and
Yeah,
I have
this
to
is.
tie that finger loose.
Yeah, this is one of those. I use this to try to take some of the pain off my hands. I made my own grip out of
Okay.
polymer, so I did this polymer myself.
And that's the thing. The way I hold it, the way I
But that,
hold my hook, that wouldn't work for me.
yeah, right, and it's true. Yeah, see, and I
Because
hold it the
you're
knife.
putting it on over the number. You're coming up to the number, whereas the number is where my fingers sit.
Yeah. And see, and right. And see, I mean, I left room for it, but I don't know. Like I was sort of trying to like relieve my hands because I
Yeah,
know
no,
I
I
was
get
I was
that.
definitely getting the sore hand. Oh, we have tuber chats here. Welcome.
Yeah, I've seen.
Hello.
They're the ones that I love. I prefer working with these.
Let me see.
Cheapos from China.
Oh yeah, I understand
The
that.
cheapos from China, love them
I
to bits.
understand.
Haven't found
Mm-hmm.
another set yet anywhere here in the UK that resembles these.
Yes.
I can get them now from Amazon,
Okay.
but they're about 14, 15 quid for the set.
That's not
Whereas
bad.
they were costing me a fiver. So
Oh no.
it's like,
Okay.
but I can wear
Yeah.
those. I wear them out.
Yep. And let's see. So LaBelle's saying, yeah, music, art. That's the whole thing. Like it takes time.
Yeah.
There we go. Music. Oh, hold on. Music, art. Hold on. Fat fingering there. Music, music, art, needlework, and woodwork used to be subjects in school. We even did pottery. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those all take time. You can't make it in
Just
an hour.
just as a for instance, I'll give you a little heads up. This
Mm.
book looks like all the patterns that were in my sewing class at school.
Okay. Yeah.
In
Oh,
here,
yeah.
it's got all the patterns that we did for sewing. at
Wow.
school. The fancy dress costumes, I'm like, yeah, I remember someone making
Oh,
that.
that's cool.
Yeah, it was really strange. It's a cute little book, don't get me wrong. It's
Mm-hmm.
definitely not one that I would end up having, but
Yeah.
thankfully I borrowed it from the library. But it really
Yeah.
is a case of, oh, I made that at school in the 1990s. We're
Mm.
talking 91, 92.
Wow.
Sewing club.
Yeah,
Can you
that's
take me
cool.
down? I can't find any clear large pictures in there. It's only
Okay,
got
no,
little
that's
diggy
fine.
things.
Yeah, there's a storm brewing in the UK. All right, be
Yeah, we've
safe
got
out
one
there.
due.
And thanks for the share on Reddit. I have not joined Reddit yet. I keep looking at it and going, I
I
wonder
thought
what
Reddit was just for people to go over and whinge and moan and tell everybody their problems.
I have no idea.
And then for YouTubers to make videos about it.
Oh, okay. I have no idea.
That's all I know it for.
Yes.
The drama
then,
on Reddit, and you're like, oh, another drama
okay.
video.
All right, so see you tomorrow. Have a good day at work.
Bye, darling.
I missed her a couple of minutes ago, but let's see. And then Juanita, she spins is saying, I had a friend that could never get gauged. She was using extended double crochet, which is what she thought was a double crochet from watching a scarf tutorial on YouTube as her first project. Yeah, see, it's interesting. So I know this is terrible, but I always say YouTube is great, but not everybody knows what they're doing. And I'm just going to just put it that way.
Yeah, I don't know a thing. I don't.
They're not good teachers. Yes. Okay.
I don't say I teach. I say I show you how I do it, and if it's right for you, then go for it.
Yeah.
Because that's when I first started. That's what it was. I was coming on here and I was showing people my makes because my family were bored stiff of me, and so were my friends.
Oh.
They were like, "No, we don't need to know about your crochet. Bog off."
Yes.
So I came on here and I started showing people on here, and it was a unicorn blanket that I made.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing I know, everyone's going, "Have you got the pattern?" And I was
right.
Like,
okay, so here. We missed. I'm behind Dinky Jen. So Hobby Bingo started.
Okay, well, my tablet's downstairs, so
that's what she said. Yeah, I think we missed it. See, I thought last week it was 12. But I don't know.
It may have been times have changed over. The clocks have changed over this side of the water.
Yeah.
To you. So I know yours went forwards or backwards, and ours have done the same. So it's
I lost track of all this.
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock here in the UK, and if it's only just started, this is the same time it normally is for us.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, what's funny? I always forget.
Right, give me a second. I'm going to run downstairs and get my tablet. You never know. I might actually win this.
I think it may. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, somebody.
I'll back in a sec.
Okay, so So Dinky Jen saying Arnie and Carlos. That's their name. Yeah, I couldn't think of their name, and it was Arnie and somebody. But yeah, yeah. So you definitely have to. They're actually pretty good, but I noticed that they were a little confused about the the British terms versus the American terms. And then also she said she was telling you you were doing the double crochet wrong. That's hilarious. Yes, I understand that. See, yes, she's been crocheting longer than she was been. I know. See, like I said, video is good, but it's not exact. And then Lydia used to finger crochet. Okay. Before she picked up a crochet hook. Okay. Yeah, and you said 2 minutes. I think we missed it. Oh, okay. And okay, this might be a good thing. So you're saying that they invented granny squares because the large squares look distorted. In theory, I'm talking about granny squares so large it would be mathematical. I don't know. You are kind of squaring a circle. Yeah, it is weird, isn't it? Yeah, granny squares. Yeah. Let's see. So I'm going to jump through. Oh, and okay, LaBelle does sewing. Nice. You guys do all the stuff. Yeah. Okay. Oh, he's the sexiest to do these classes. Yet it wasn't. Yeah, for me, sewing was like a nightmare. But anyway. Yeah. Well, okay.
I remember doing woodwork and stuff like that. Woodwork, metalwork. All of that was included.
Right. And I didn't know this about Reddit. I was not aware of this.
The subreddits. Ew, whatever subreddit means, I don't know. As I said, I don't know.
Okay. That is hilarious. Yeah, I mean, so, but like I said, YouTube is great if you know what you're doing and you can teach. But if you're not so good at teaching. You could lead people down a path. Yeah.
I think to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
the subreddits, I would say, are the equivalent to us going over to Pinterest.
Oh, okay.
So if the crafters go to Pinterest, that's where you go if you want drama.
Yeah, Pinterest is interesting too. Like I kind of go, I go in there, but I try not to get too like sucked down the rabbit hole because you can, you really can.
I go in and look at stitches and charts.
Yes.
I don't go in and look at completed patterns because
Mm.
otherwise, if I did, I would end up with a list longer than anything, and then get really irate that I can't actually find the pattern that I want.
Yes. Oh, so this is interesting. So LaBelle's saying it's not about teaching people to become experts, but to teach them the basics. Yes,
Yeah.
right. And that's the whole thing. I think people don't learn like anything. You have to start with the basics, and then you can get creative from there. But you just have to learn the basics. Yeah, and crafts combine wonderfully with mathematics, physics, and chemistry. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you think about it, just within the knitting side of it, mathematics we need.
Yes.
So that we can adjust a pattern. Chemistry you need if you fancy dyeing yarn. Bits and pieces like that. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. So you really do. You have to do all these things. So that's all I was saying was you just have to kind of start. Yeah. Oh, not started yet. It's on the intro. Okay. Yeah. See, they I could have sworn they were a little bit later, like last week. Yeah, and you like the charts too.
They've just pulled up the on my app anyway. It's just come up Game and Row, but I haven't got a card yet.
Okay, that's good.
So I might have to go out and come back in again. Oh no, my card's tipped up. Oh, it's going to be a bad one. Number 13's not on it.
Yes. Okay. Oh, there's a typo. I got to fix that in my Nightbot. But anyway, I got Nightbot sort of working.
Is Nightbot stalking people again?
Well, it does stalk. Yeah, I have that on purpose just so I can make sure that I see when people pop in. And that's really it. They can't spell carousel, LOL. Yeah, that's a word you don't spell every day.
And who can't spell carousel? Was that Nightbot, was it?
No, I think it was I guess Hobby.
Yeah, I can't spell carousel either, so there we go.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, but we've done some good stuff. And like I said, and here we go. Yeah, see, LaBelle's she's on top of it. Yeah. You need geometry. The human body is geometrical and arithmetical. There we go. For example, the circumference of your fist is the same as the length of your foot. Yes. Yes, I have heard that. Very nice. Let me show that one. That's good. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's all connected. And see, a lot of people say, well, why do I have to learn that stuff in school? This is why.
Well, if we don't know the basics of biology, then there are lots of things that happen and that are happening at the moment on the internet that are very confusing for us old people.
Oh, okay. So Faith is saying there was someone that used to dye to teach math, and now they have a line of yarn. Oh, interesting. And then yes. Okay. And then LaBelle's saying, as I say, these crafts would work wonders in school. Still,
it's not only that.
Subjects. Yeah.
Yeah, they say, don't they, that knitting, crocheting, crafts like that are very touchy-feely help to calm you down.
Yeah.
They help to relax you. The constant counting helps to calm your mind of other things as well.
Yes. But she's definitely saying it kind of brings in the math, because a lot of people don't understand math. And why it fits in the world. You know what I mean? Things like that.
Well, I can understand that, where I get people saying to me, "Oh, how do I make this blanket wider?" And it's like, well, I've told you what the pattern increase number is, or the stitch increase number is. You just times it by that many. Can you do it for me? I'm like, no, because your chain and your yarn and your hook are going to be different to mine.
Yes.
I haven't got the same materials. I can't do that, but you can.
You can.
It is simple to do once you get your head around it.
Yeah, it's true. And so, that's the whole thing. I think a lot of people. But anyway, but it's all this. Everything in the world is all connected. Like you don't really realize it is. It's very connected. So, but let's see. Oh, then LaBelle saying, "Oh, Poppy, don't start me off on the neo magic of human biology. I could rant for 3 hours about that." Yeah, I understand.
Oh, don't. Okay. Years ago, I'm talking 1990s, if not a little bit earlier than that, we told my brother he had periods. What I didn't realise was that he was going to carry on telling everybody it was true, and now everybody believes it. No, only joking. No, we did that, but we didn't actually. My parents didn't correct him until he embarrassed them in the shops, asking where the male products were for when it's his time of the month.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. But then he was only 7. Okay, he was 7.
Got it.
So I was 14. I was evil.
So welcome in, Steve Gilmore.
Darling.
Yes. And then, here's another one. Okay, so Dinky Jen saying, has anyone ever put the waist of their jeans around their neck for measurements?
No.
I have seen ladies do it in my shop and ask why, and it's a way to find out if the item will fit you without trying it on. Yes, and I just heard that recently, like within the last year or two.
I wish my waist was the size of my neck.
Yeah, I guess back in the old days.
I have to wrap it around my neck at least 4 times.
Yes. Okay. Uh-oh. Now she's saying, oh boy, no, you're not that old, LaBelle. So she's saying one small rant. It's so old, it's practically fossiled. Amanda Lear, Steve Strange from Visage, Boy George, The Village People, David Bowie. Shall I carry on?
You can, and we can add to them. We know them guys and girls you've mentioned.
Yes. Yeah. So anyway, if you guys like music, speaking of David Bowie, I have in my community tab, I watch the National Public Radio in Washington, D.C. in the United States.
Okay.
Has this thing called Tiny Desk Concerts. Now they have an office. It's in Arlington, Virginia, right across the river. Anyway, they have real bands and stuff come in there and perform, and they record it. And there's a whole situation of all the people that have been on. It's been going on for about 20 years probably. But anyway,
that's like a right good back library there.
Yes, it's a pretty big library. But the thing that's really interesting is they had the guy, his name is Nile Rodgers from the group Chic from the 70s or 80s. And he's the only one left, I believe.
Okay.
The other guy passed away that was part of that group. But anyway, he played all the songs that he's written for himself and other people, and it's very interesting to see what he plays. So anyway, it's on my community tab.
Catalog. I bet that was humongous.
It was great, and I think he was on there like 2 weeks ago, so I'm behind. I'm like a couple weeks behind, but. Like Adele was on there back when she was still heavy, like back when she was early, back in the day.
Around again once she's feeling better and not so ill.
Yeah, she's so skinny, like right now. But anyway, there's other people on there. But if you like music and it's live music, they go back and they play all these. But anyway, I didn't realize he wrote that song for David Bowie, "Let's Dance." I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it does sound like Chic now that I listen to it, like with a smarter ear.
Knowledge.
The knowledge. I'm like, oh yeah, I hear it now. But anyway, he's written a lot of good music. But anyway, it was funny. He's like, oh yeah, I wrote this and I wrote this and I wrote this. And I was like, oh wow. But anyway.
It's insane, so you're not so sometimes old. When you hear who's written what songs and you're like, really? He wrote that song? And I think if I remember rightly, you've got some of the Beatles, they fired off their work to other people. Yes. Michael Jackson even did, as far as I know.
A lot of people.
He fired off some. Yeah. And even the lead singer of Queen did the same. And you're sitting there and you're like, what? No, surely they kept it all to themselves. And it's like, well, no, because they realised that their vocals would not do that song justice.
Yep.
So they moved it to someone who they heard sounded like the way they wanted the music to be sung.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Suzanne's like, waist equals neck.
Waist and neck, maybe when we were free.
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe when we was free. I think it's just our dinky being daft and waiting to see how long we're going to sit here going like that and strangling ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so like I said, I have that on my community tab if you're interested. But yeah, I was just like, wow, this guy's really good. It's just interesting.
No, still 3 times for me.
3 times. I'm thinking it might be more. Yeah.
Oh, what are you saying, Gal?
I don't know. Yeah. See, I'm going to have to check that out because now I'm afraid Because I know,
Now
like,
I'm sitting there like, where's my tape measure? I want to check that out. But luckily they're
when I had a
downstairs.
small waist, maybe not now.
I've got, if you look at me from the back, I've got a nice shape.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at me from the front, I've got a nice shape. If you look at me from the side, I look 6 months pregnant.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
I've got that type of body.
having those kids, man. Like it's not pretty.
No, not at all.
Let's see. Yeah, and the Dinky Craft saying, I agree. Yep. And let's see. Oh yeah, here it is. But this is what I always say to the kids who raise their new favorite subject. Gosh, you're old fashioned. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I used to love it when my daughter was in her teenage years. They just brought in online music, so you could download your music, and of course, my generation and everybody else's generation was downloading your album. We were downloading our albums. Okay. So my daughter walks in one day, she goes, "Oh, mum, I found a really cool band." I was like, "Yes, darling. Okay, what is it?" Yes. And she starts playing this track, and I start singing along.
Because you knew it. Yeah, you already heard
out it. Out of tone, mind, but word for word, I've got it. And she's like, "How do you know it?" And I'm like, "Come with me."
I'm cooler than you are.
Said, "Come with me." We went and sat in the car, and I pulled out the album. For the next 24 minutes, I was the best mum in the world.
Wow, that's amazing.
Because I had the album. Yes. And then she turns out and she goes, "Oh, have you heard of this band?" And I'm like, "Yeah, flip it 3 folders over, like the folder over a bit more." And then she would say to her dad about it, and he's like, "Oh, check out the dad file," because we had a mum file and a dad file.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, "Check out their dad file. There's Limp Bizkit, there's Blink 182, there's this, that, and the other." And she was shocked that we actually had taste in music.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So LaBelle's saying, yes, Eva Cassidy sent her cover of Fields of Gold to Sting. And Sting burst into tears when he listened to it. That's how beautiful.
Beautiful, that one.
Yeah, I mean, there's others, and then we were talking about the Marvin Gaye thing a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
it's on my community tab. The 2 songs that I think Robin Thicke. Yeah, I know for a fact he borrowed. It's very clear that he borrowed. But anyway,
but then back then you borrowed, you traded different riffs on the guitar between your friends.
Yeah. Well, no, he stole it basically. But anyway,
yeah, definitely stole that.
I would say that. I might get sued, but there it is. Yeah, but listen to it and you'll see it. It's on there.
Yeah.
I put it on there because Mama J Way asked me. I couldn't think of the song, but I found it. So anyway, it's on there. So check it out. Yeah, I was like, check this out. But anyway, LaBelle saying, "LOL, Poppy, I found it difficult to move from records to CDs. Yeah, disc. I still say that records sound better. You can hear things you can't hear. That's correct."
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I haven't got a record player anymore.
I know
last time I heard a record on my record player, it was Boney M.
Now, how old is that?
That was one of my mum's albums, so I never actually purchased a record myself.
Okay,
she got it from somewhere and said, "Oh, yeah, you can listen to that, kids."
Yeah,
because she was Cliff Richard mad, and we just needed stuff to drown out Cliff Richard. So we had the Boney M album, and I was like, "Yes, I loved it. It was the best."
Yes. No, I was talking about the Blurred Lines one that he got sued about from the Marvin Gaye estate, and I put the 2 songs side by side so you can listen to it. And then you're gonna go, You're not gonna go, it's exact, because it's not. But
no,
it's not exact. But they're slick about it because what they do is they sped it up. It's like it's kind of fast.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What? My Choo by Alvin Stardust. Wow. I've heard that song, but I didn't know the name of the artist. Okay. That's your first one. That's nice. Yes. Yeah. Anyway, but like I said, like people of a certain age got hosed by the powers that be because it was like, oh, records aren't any good anymore. You have to buy these CDs. Well, now
it wasn't even that, was it? It was records are no good. You got to buy tapes.
You got to buy tapes.
You got to buy cassette tapes.
And tapes are no good, so now you have to buy CDs.
Yeah.
And now,
can you remember?
CDs. Right?
Did you actually get round to buying tapes at all? And do you remember what your
I
first
had a
tape
couple.
was?
I didn't buy a lot because the problem was they would break. Like I would break them, like, not instantly, but like.
Did you not know the pencil trick?
Well, I got sick of
having to rewind them. Yeah.
Because I always had like issues. Like I for some reason, like I always had issues. That was always a thing. So I just went, you know what? I'm sick of it. Like I'm just gonna.
I just had a flashback to my first cassette tape I bought. It's really bad.
Yeah.
It was East 17.
What was it?
East 17.
Oh, wait a minute. I have to look that up.
Bad.
You know that one? I know that's one. You may have stumped the band on that one.
I may have stumped a band. Well, it is
I think
a
you
UK
stumped
band.
the band. So. You stumped me.
Okay, they came out sort of. They were around the same time as New Kids on the Block.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they were around that time.
Yeah.
I only picked New Kids on the Block because they're American.
Oh, see, and I thought they were terrible. But anyway.
Yeah, but it was New Kids on the Block. I'll take that.
I mean, they were.
That was my choice, and I was like, no, I want a 17 just to be awkward.
And I understand why people like the whole boy band thing. I kind of get it because, like,
there's always been boy bands. There's always been them.
Yeah, you get the young girls. You know what I mean? Like, it definitely gets people. You know what I mean? It's weird. Yeah.
But then you've got to think there's always been boy bands. Before the ones I knew, you had yours, and then before that we had the Beatles, and further back there's always been boy bands or boy groups.
True.
Throughout time.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I think like a lot of the but like they got so big in the 80s because it seemed like there were a lot of them. There were so many in the 90s.
They were being kicked out.
They were just pushing them out, like
they were pushing them out, and there were the two groups, wasn't there? There was the two main rivals. I can't think who they are anymore. One was Louis something used to run, and then the other one was run by some other bloke.
I forget.
So you had one that did Kylie Minogue and Jason Donovan, and then the other one was probably the Backstreet Boys or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
You had the two different producers that were permanently trying to compete with each other during the 80s and 90s.
It's true. Like there were so many. But anyway, Dinky Jen's saying my mom has a trunk full of LPs I told her not to get rid of as I grew up with them, and she's passing them on to me, even though we don't have a record player. I'd love a USB one if I buy one. Yeah, they have them. They're available.
They're not too. In some places you can get them pretty well priced, but I'd wait until after Christmas. Hit the January sales.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you're going to find the best deal. That's why we're delaying our Christmas till January the 25th.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because well, the thing is, we have to travel to see our families.
Oh, I see.
So it doesn't matter if it's mine or my husband's. We have to travel to see them.
Nice.
Now, to go to Australia, it's very pricey over Christmas, so we're just not going to go there.
Wow.
But why spend money in November, December buying a present when you can spend the same amount of money in January and buy 3 or 4?
Yep.
So my whole family are like, let's save some cash this year. Let's have Christmas late.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Especially considering if you are a believer and you do the research, he wasn't actually born in December. He was born in August.
Yeah, that's true.
And the only reason we celebrate it in December is because he's the light or something, isn't it? So I
forget there's a reason. Yeah,
there is a term, but I'm not religious, so I'm just going by what I know.
No, I got you.
Rather than what I was taught, because I wasn't taught.
Right. Okay. So now
I only managed 3 weeks at Sunday school.
Okay. Well, hey, you learned something.
No, I did. Yeah, I learned that Jesus was going to come one day. But it wasn't the next day that we went in, or the day after that, or the day after that. So
nobody knows.
Why are you going to church? I said, because they give out sweets. She said, right, you're not going anymore then.
That's not a good reason.
Yeah. And that was it. I only went because they gave out free sweets.
Wow.
That wasn't bad for a 3.5-year-old, 4-year-old, was it?
That's funny. So let's see. Okay, so LaBelle's saying, then people could take the same album to the same party. We all knew whose album belonged to who because it had a certain individual scratch. That's funny.
Yeah.
And then Donna's here, not the end. Good to see you.
Hi, darling.
She's saying hello. And she says, if you played cassettes too much, they would stretch and stick in your player. The old pencil trick. Yeah. Ugh. I've
That's
had
why you
like a
had
lot
so much
just
trouble. You was playing them over and over again, weren't you? You weren't letting them cool down.
yeah, they were just yeah, I had a pop and I was like, ah, that's annoying.
Not
But anyway,
again.
I
Yeah.
had a couple of tapes and I was like, no more. But there's Maritza. Hola.
I think I must have had about 30 or 40 tapes and I always
Wow.
circulated them. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yes, you're right. Why did they call them boy bands? That's a good point, Donna. They did
Because
not
they were all
instruments.
boys.
Yeah, that
And
was it.
they were meant to be a band, but
Yeah.
they
No, no, I understand. I mean, yeah, you're right. Like they did not play instruments. They were not a band. Yes.
But the idea was that they were aiming for the teenage market
Pretty
of girls,
much.
weren't they, back then?
Yes.
They weren't aiming for the 20-year-olds. They were
No,
aiming for the teeny boppers,
the teeny
as we would
boppers.
call them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
sort of
Let's
the
see.
14 and up.
Yes. And boy bands. Oh, let's see. And then good morning. There's Roberta. Good to see you. And let's see. LaBelle saying boy bands, one type of boy for the different taste of a girl. Right.
Yes.
That's exactly what they
You
did.
had the one that looked dorky, who looked like he should be in a book. You had the athletic one. Yeah, you had the alternate one.
Yes.
And then you had the dreamboat.
Yes.
Oh. And that was it. They were your boy bands. If you were lucky, you had 5 and there was a bonus one.
That is hilarious, but you're absolutely right.
And you just got to look at the Spice Girls. Come on. You've got the 4 different types clearly laid out there.
I had no idea.
Tune was used well.
Did you hear like 2 of them were like involved?
What, the girls?
Yes. That's why they broke up. That's why they broke up.
Well, what was it? Ginger didn't get on with one of them in the end. I can't remember which one it was.
The girlfriend. But anyway, but I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I can't remember. I just
found out. I just found
it was like 25, 30 years ago. That's how bad it is.
See, I'm late, but I was like, what? Now it explains a lot.
Yeah.
A lot is explained. If you look at their album covers, there's one she's all hugged up with all the time.
Yeah, I think I know the one you mean.
but anyway, so there's that.
I could say Mel, and there's 2 to choose from.
Okay.
But that's the only. There was what was it? There was Posh, Sporty, Milsey, Ginger. Is there a 5th one? And what was her name? Baby. There you go.
Oh, I forgot about her. Yes.
The blonde one.
The blonde one. I call it the blonde one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, so Donna's saying her nephew is a music encyclopedia. He has a huge CD collection. However, he will search high and low for an LP of that same music. Yeah.
Yeah.
He buys. Yeah, the CDs are not the same as the original. That is correct. No. Mm-hmm.
But then I remember back in the 90s when we had the CDs, they were saying, "Oh, CDs are going out. CDs are going out. We're not going to be making them anymore. We're going to bring in these minis, the mini discs."
Yeah, and that never happened, right?
I got one. I found it a couple of months ago. I actually found my mini disc.
What?
And I was like, okay, now I can't remember. Can I play this in my CD player or not?
It might get sucked in there. You never be able to get it out.
Well, no, I've got a top feeder, so I'm okay with that.
Oh, you're okay. Okay, you're good.
But I was just like, what? And then of course you had the Take That and New Kids on the Block that actually pressed their albums. They got them as records as well.
Okay.
It was on limited edition, so girls nabbed them and paid an absolute killing for them.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's funny.
What they'd be worth now.
Wow. That is too funny. Let me see. Oh yeah, there it is. Now I'm going to try one thing here. In my let's see if this will work. I'm going to see. I tried to program some people in my Nightbot, and let's see if it worked. I don't think it's going to work, but let's see. I'm going to try. I forget how I did this. Let's see if this works. It may not work, but we'll see.
Have you seen Dinky? She labelled all the Spice Girls quicker than I managed to.
I know, you did well.
That girl's got a brain cell that's still working.
That's pretty good, yes.
Dinky, I want to borrow it.
Here we go. Come on. Nope, it didn't work. I got something wrong here. Invalid variable. Oh, it's this. Oh, okay, I see what I did wrong.
I think there were rumours that Sporty was swinging the other way at one point. I'll put it politely. But that's just because she's sporty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not working. No, it's not working. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try another little thing.
Okay, who can remember all the names of New Kids on the Block?
I never knew.
I can remember one.
Okay.
Possibly two.
See if you can get it. Oh.
That's Binnable nowadays.
Yes.
Annabelle. Yeah. Anything to do with that gentleman, well, that scumbucket is Binnable.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that the one?
Yes, that's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Well, can we like skip? I'm sorry, LaBelle, okay. But can we skip that comment? That'll be a trigger for some, darling.
No, it's fine. I just I can't figure out. Yeah, that's weird. Let me see. I'm gonna remove this one here. But yeah, that's weird. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of like, ooh. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's that guy is really, really interesting. Like
that guy luckily does no longer exist in the world.
Yes, because he was something. I remember that. Yeah.
He was not nice.
Okay, yeah.
There are documentaries now about him and his
yes.
extra activities. I'll put it like that.
Yes. Okay. Well, we'll move on from
Change subject. Right. Has anybody remembered the names of the New Kids on the Block? I've got Joey.
I think there's Jordan. That's all I know.
Jordan. Oh.
That's all I remember. But don't ask me anybody else. That's all.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
Now, I thought I was playing it safe there by using an American group.
I know, because I'm terrible. Oh.
The same thing, LaBelle will burn that as well.
Oh, is he bad too? Oh no.
I can't remember. I haven't looked into that second person. I know that the first one is a definite no-go.
Yeah. Oh,
the second one, I know there were rumours, but I can't remember personally.
Wow.
Whether there was a conviction.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, we'll avoid that one.
I know the first one because he's Brit, and then the second one's Aussie.
So. Okay. Well, I'll show you something I found. I was going through my yarn stash. I found another bag of Millens.
Pinky, you are daring, girl. I'm going to stay clear of that. I don't think I could handle it.
Did what? Oh my. Okay. Oh, Men at Work. Okay, so Carol.
Men at Work. Okay.
Yeah, that's a safe one. We'll go with that one. Okay, I like that one.
My mum brought me tickets to go and see Cliff Richard. I hated Cliff Richard even back then. I didn't.
Oh, wow.
I'd been dragged up on his music until I was 11. That's all I thought music was.
Okay. This other guy. Yes, I forgot about him. Okay.
There's a few. There's a whole group of them from that era. There is a whole group of them.
Well, let's look at some Millens.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, shall I pull out my Millens bin?
There's some Millens.
Can we change the subject, gang, please? Let's go back to yarn.
We're back to yarn. This is a pound, 16 ounces. And it's acrylic. And somebody ripped this open. You know, when you buy.
To check it, isn't it? To feel what it is.
Yeah, but there it is. So great. So
hold on, that's 100% acrylic, 100% something or other. Yeah, 454 grams. Oh, you've been spoiled.
And that's all I know. And it's backwards. Oh no, it is forward. Yeah, I got it. There it is. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, right. I see your mill end, and I'll raise you a mill end.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Just have a mad 5 minutes.
I love mill ends.
I must admit, I do.
I'm gonna make you big.
A rarity for me. I only get them in Australia, so they're my holiday yarn.
Yep.
So there we go.
Oh, that looks.
I'm not sure if this is a new label or the old label. It's the Valuable Millens, big brand yarns, and it's 400 grams of yarn. You don't know what material it is, so you don't know if it's acrylic, yarn, wool, or anything like that, unless you can find a hole to poke your finger through and have a guess. And I got my ones from Spotlight in Australia, and the prices are normally around the $12 to $14 per bag, but they go on sale quite regularly. Each store has a different sale day, and I got mine for $6 each.
Oh, nice!
So $6 for 400 grams.
Yes.
At that point in time, worked out to about $3.25 for 400 grams.
Oh, that's not bad.
So for me, that was a steal, and that was worth filling up my suitcase with.
Nice.
And bin in my knickers.
In your knickers.
Bin in my clothes. Just fill it up with yarn.
Yeah. And I'll show you this. I did find this at Ollie's. I bought one. This is My Little Pony.
Okay. Go up big screen for us, babe.
My Little Pony. I'm trying to get in there. There we go.
I can't believe you're singing the My Little Pony tune.
Sorry. That's all I know. My Little Pony.
I only know it naughty. I only know the version that shouldn't be sung.
The dirty one? Is there a dirty version of this?
Skin and Bones, I think it was.
But anyway, this is
$3.99. Okay, so are you going to attempt to make that one up?
I guess, but they only give you enough to make these two. I think the purple and
so the first
little
two,
green
and I recognise them. I just can't think of their names.
Don't ask me who. I don't know. I never.
My daughter, if I said which one's the purple one, she'll be like, "That's so and so."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll try it. $3.99. I'm gonna try it. What the heck?
Oh, it's worth a go. It's worth a punt, isn't it? At $3.99. Yes.
That's why I said that's not bad.
Yeah, and you've got the basic pattern there, so you can change out the colours.
The patterns there, yep.
Yeah, you can change out your colours, and you can add extras to it.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, quite easily, you can turn that pattern into a mermaid as well.
Yep. So that's what I'm going to try it. Uh-oh, let me see what you got there.
Justice League.
Oh, fancy.
This is very, very old. So this one, I can't see a thing now. It's getting too dark in here. But if I turn the light on, it's ridiculous. It includes the contents to make just Batman.
I was going to say probably just one. Yeah,
that's just Batman. So basically, they've given me a ball of black yarn.
Yeah.
Right, so it's just Batman.
That's cool, though.
But there's 48 pages of a step-by-step guide, project book, yarn, stuffing, crochet hook, and a darning needle. But the crochet hooks are normally like that.
Yeah, those little plastic. Is that plastic?
Okay, hold on. Like that. Is it going to go? Yeah.
Oh,
and that's the darning needle. And your stitches, when you work with that hook, are smaller than what the darning needle is. So it's a nightmare to get in. So you'll end up trading out to your own favourite darning needle. But the project book comes with some other bits and pieces in here. And it's 5 cross-stitch patterns.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I'm thinking with those cross-stitch patterns, I can just change that and turn them into a corner-to-corner blanket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And then I stupidly got one of them.
Uh-oh, wait, hold on. Uh-oh. There we go. Ooh,
I stupidly got this one at the same time because it was 2 for £10, which made the kits a £5, which is pretty good going.
That's pretty good,
I think it was about $12.99.
Yep.
And I'm going back to 2021-ish, if not a bit earlier than that.
Yep.
So you get all of the yarn to make Mr. HP here.
HP.
And then you get the information on how to make these guys out of felt, but you have to go and purchase the felt. And you also get a blobby. I'll say it like that.
Blobby?
Well, it's not blobby, is it? It's duh. But I'm dyslexic, so it's blobby.
Okay.
Which is a sewing project as well.
Nice.
So in total, there are 11 projects in there.
Well, that's actually
enough to make one item.
Now, how much was that again?
At the time, it was priced at 2 for £10, or they were saying here £7 each on the label.
Oh, okay, that's actually
so
not bad.
Each, 2 for a tenner, but everywhere else was selling these for 12.
Yeah, see, that's a good buy.
So it was worth getting them just to have a go. But again, as I said, I bought them early doors, so I'd only been crocheting for about 2 years. So no, forget it. I'm looking at them. I'm like, yeah, I really should make them up. But then I look at the patterns and I'm just like, I don't want to argue with it.
I know. Sometimes you don't feel like it. But anyway, there's
Well,
Fr.
it's
Humphrey.
not just that. If I make it up and I show it on my channel and I start talking about it, you've got people that are new that go, oh, I thought that was going to be a good pattern. But Poppy's saying she had a nightmare with it.
Well,
because Poppy overthinks.
Yeah, I know. It's tough. Because
These
aren't great. These aren't great. So, hey, Felicia, good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, so I'm going to...
Okay. Oh, Harry Potter crochet book. Yes.
Yes, I've already got the HP book
me too.
over on my channel. Yeah, you too. We've both got a book review on that.
I don't have a review, but
oh, don't you? I have a review showing the pictures, not showing the patterns, because
right. No, I understand that. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, Ollie's, run to Ollie's because they had like a ton of these. Whoops, upside down. They had a ton of these kits. So this is My Little Pony for anybody just coming.
Did they have a Nightmare Before is it not Nightmare Before Elm Street? That's
Christmas.
Christmas, yeah.
They may have. It's funny. I don't remember. That's really interesting. I think they did actually. $3.99.
If you could pick one up, I'll send you the cash over, and then you can, if you're able to, just send me the.
Yeah, I'll go back there. I'll have to go back because like we go like every other week or every couple of weeks, and I think they did. I remember seeing the pumpkins with that line across the mouth. Yeah. I do remember that. Oh yeah, I'll take a look and see if it's there.
Yeah, it'll work out cheaper by post just to send the book over.
Pretty much.
Sending the yarn, because I find that some of the yarns in the kits feel very scratchy. Yeah,
and they're cheap. Like they're very, very cheap.
You can feel the plastic in them. I know acrylic is plastic, but there's plastic, then there's plastic. You might as well just make it out of a bin bag.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I say. I say, why even bother? Like it's kind of crazy. Yeah. So anyway, so there's that. All right. So now what I'm going to do is let me go in here. I found another good quote for today because it's Monday. This was an interesting
Monday quote day. Yeah.
It's quote day. We need some like. So anyway, I have a quote at the top of the thingy, and I can't remember. I'll get back to that later. But here's they have this one kind of highlighted. This is and I think I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, but this is Judy Garland. They quoted her, and she said, "Be a first-rate person of yourself instead of a second-rate version of somebody else."
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So anyway, I just say, oh my gosh, like I think YouTube, this social media stuff, a lot of it's fake, as we all know.
Yeah, you can only hold on to it for so long, and then you're like, no.
And then the reality comes out, right?
Yeah. The only thing I don't do on my YouTube channel is F and Jeff, which is what I normally do in real life. If someone's bugging me, I tell them straight out, but there's F and Jeff in. Whereas, I think that's the only difference between my YouTube channel and my real life is there's no effing and jeffing, or next to no effing and jeffing.
Right.
If it is, it's a major slip up.
Yes. Oh, and then Faith is saying, I can't wait till there's a Lord of the Rings. I think there probably is one. I mean, I don't really follow that closely, but I do look at those books a lot.
Yeah. I don't know technically about Lord of the Rings, but if you were looking for an image for the eye, I've seen a dragon cushion, that if you turned it sideways and removed some of the dragon scales from around the eye itself, that could be the eye of whatever it's called.
Oh, okay.
It's on the tower.
Nice.
I'm not sure though. I'm going to type. This has got me intrigued now.
Oh, and there's VJ. I'm sorry I missed you earlier. I wanted to say, hey, hello, how are you? And then LaBelle's saying, is that a snowman behind you or ducks?
Who's that for?
You.
For me, it's snowman behind me. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to think what you can see.
Or is that your
Oh no, I didn't know if you could see them.
Oh, back there.
Yeah. Yep, they snowman. This pattern's available on YouTube for free. It's not one of mine. I can't remember who it is at the moment, but I do have a video that's called Tried and Tested Christmas, or Tried and Tested Christmas Edition, or something like that. where the link is in the description box.
Nice.
Let's put them down. You can put me back down now, woman.
All right, I want to show you one thing real quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just trying to get that information.
No, that's really cute. I love it. Okay, here we go. I got something. All right. I just noticed my husband. See, sometimes he'll say, "I'll buy this for you," and then other times he'll say no. But this is what I discovered I had. So here's the Harry Potter. I'm going to make myself big here. Hold on.
Yep, it's your turn to go big.
So this is the Crochet Wizardry Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm. That's also the book that I've shown.
That's the book you did that one.
There is also a knitted version of that one as well, which I was told about, researched, and found out that was true.
Look.
Oh, that is the knitting. Duh. Sorry, everybody. In that case, there's a crochet version of this book that I'm showing on my channel.
So there's the crochet one.
You sneak. So
have they
have different at the front covers? Sorry, I didn't quite catch the knitted one.
It's hard to see.
So they are different covers, so it's
they
not
are
like
different.
Get confused.
Sorry about my fingers. Hold on, let me see if I can. I got to hold two hands so I don't block. But there's the knitted one. Let me see if I get in there. See, I like this little wrong side. I like this. What's the 9
I like the 9 3/4.
That's the one that was calling me actually.
And the owl looks a lot nicer in knitted.
Yeah, the owl is beautiful knitted. Yeah, it's beautiful knitted actually. Let me see. And then I don't know who this guy is. Who's this guy?
That's my Dobby.
Okay.
Don't you pick on my Dobby.
Okay, I didn't know the name, but there it is.
Dobby's gorgeous. Dobby just needed a sock.
Yeah. So anyway, there's that. But
I just wanted to show. When was the last time you watched Harry Potter?
Well,
last year.
Probably last year. But can I just tell you, I am the only one in the world that hates those books with a passion. I'm just going to be honest. Sorry. But I will tell you, we went to Harry Potter World at Universal Studios.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Like I would, if you can afford to take yourself to Universal Studios, wherever that is.
Yeah.
Get yourself. And if you're a Harry Potter fan.
Yeah, you've got the studios, and then you've got Harry Potter World, I believe, here in the UK. There's a Harry Potter one here in the UK. Absolutely.
Well, it would only make sense it would be in the UK. I mean, duh. Like,
should do really, considering that's where it came from.
But the one in the US is amazing. Like, I will say that was what I said.
The animatronics,
everything. I said to myself, this is giving Disney a run for their money.
Oh, easily.
I've been to all the Disney parks, like multiple times. And I'm like, Harry Potter World is all that.
I didn't know I haven't been to anywhere that like Harry Potter wise that's actually had rides overly attached to it. As the American
There are rides. There are rides.
Are we talking roller coasters?
They have, yes, one of them.
They have
that wasn't open.
The Hagrid ride.
What's it called?
Hagrid.
What's Hagrid?
Hagrid's the motorcycle. Oh, little sidecar.
Oh, a little sidecar. Oh yeah.
Okay.
See, I don't know. I haven't read the books. But anyway, so I'm really bad.
Just watch the films, okay? If you don't fancy reading the books.
I saw the films, and this looks like Felicia enjoyed them. And then Faith and
I must admit, Dobby to me is hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Faith and I did not read the books.
I've only read up to book 4. And I only did that because I was flying to Australia and then avoiding the mother-in-law back in the day.
Well, how long? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'd had baby, like the youngest one. I was suffering with postnatal depression. I was doing everything for the kids.
Okay, you had a lot going on.
And then in the evenings, they're all sitting in the jacuzzi drinking, going, "Are you getting in the jacuzzi?" Well, no, because I can't hear the baby. So I was sitting reading, listening out for the baby.
Yes. Oh, bingo's over. Okay. Wow, that was quick. That's an odd. Yeah, it's
normally an hour. It normally holds out for an hour, but the bingos today were quite quick. I don't think I won any, did I? I don't know. My card wasn't showing up for half of the second round. I had to go out and come back in again.
I have, for me, that has been such a bust. Like, I don't get the. I mean, I understand you want the points, but like I don't even want the points.
I've got the points now. I got the points for the free item that I could get without having to pay for postage. So I don't really need to go back in again.
Yeah.
But I know one day you never know. It's a bit like joining in on Bag of Days giveaways. On one day you may get some yarn.
You might get some yarn. But
one day it's the dream, isn't it? So that's all it is for me.
Yeah, I'm good. Like
yeah. As I said, I've got my one free item. I don't need anything more from them. I physically cannot afford to purchase from them.
So her storm is bad.
There's no my luck.
Cool. Oh, you got flying stuff outside. Yeah, I understand that. Wow. Yes. I mean, the thing, it's interesting. But like I said, I'm one of those people, like my dad was a Disney fanatic and,
yeah,
we went there a lot, probably more than we should have. But anyway.
Well, if it's up the road from you, why not?
Well, no, yeah, he was in California, so we did Disneyland like a million times. But it's so expensive. Like that's my whole thing. I just said normal people cannot afford that, and I see people taking loans.
Done 3 Disneys. We've done 3.
You've done 3. Yeah.
We've done Paris. I'm going back years, mind. We did Paris.
Oh wow.
We did the one. I can't even think of them. I've done 2 in America, basically.
Oh,
one near the Hollywood sign. That's what I can remember.
Right. Yeah.
So wherever that was, because I wasn't driving back then. I was taken to a hotel, dumped in the hotel, and told we're crossing the road later, and that was it.
Oh wow.
I was dealing with the kids.
So LaBelle's asking, do you have a storm going on there, Poppy?
I can't actually see the trees at the moment. I'm in the wrong room. Sorry to look.
Yeah.
At the moment we are dark. We might have some rain coming down, but not too much at the moment. But then if I go and look out of another window, I might see the 6-foot trees going like that and bending over. So
yeah. So Felicia has a smart son. So apparently he that was his first book, Harry Potter. That's a pretty big book, and that's impressive that a young person would read that. Yeah, I think that's impressive actually.
And my kids, my eldest was a Potter nut, so she read all the Potters. Her cousin got her into them because when we first went over, her cousin was reading the 3rd or the 4th.
Oh,
and she went, "Here, I'll have number 1."
Right.
And she was about 6 or 7.
Oh,
so she was reading one while I was reading the next one along, because I was like, well, I need to make sure they're age appropriate for her. So I'm reading them and I'm thinking, okay, this is adult humor. She ain't going to get that. So I was fine.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So let's see. Oh, okay. And then let's see. So she spins is saying you could do speed drive-by shopping like I do. Go in, get what you came in and get out fast.
Yeah.
With hubby. Yeah. So, I mean, I do that, but like, it's hard. I mean, and then Felicia's saying, I like the idea of discounts if I ever want to buy yarn from them. Bingo. Oh, I see. Yeah.
I think that would be the only time I would
be
doing is when I see that they've got their discount things on. But
they're
again,
very expensive.
For me, I'm not paying 10 quid for a cake of yarn.
And it's so small, those little cottons. I love the cotton, but I'm like,
I wouldn't know. I know they've got
they're pretty. The colors
they've got some large
gorgeous
ones that are pretty that remind me of this one. So they've got ones that remind me of this one.
They do have those. Yep.
Right? Those. Yeah, this one is yarn art. This isn't theirs. Well, it could be the same yarn.
I think it's the same.
Ball band, but for me to purchase yarn art over their brand, I'm saving £5 to £10, like £5, and that's without postage. So I might as well just go down that route.
I get you. Now
let's see. It's a case of having to really look around here in the UK.
Yeah, sometimes I just think it's too much. You know what I mean? Like, So, Kelly went to Disney World so often that in the end she wanted to go to Wally World. Oh, I love that movie. No. So, I mean, like, I guess I wasn't seduced by the big Disney, all the flash and stuff like that. Like, I thought it was cool, but I was like, whatever. I mean, it was okay.
Yeah, well, I live near Southend-on-Sea in Essex, and that's where the longest pier is in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got what they call Adventure Island there, which has roller coasters, this ride, that ride, the other ride. So I used to go there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in Scouts, and one day we were trying to think of ways to raise money.
Yeah.
And I said, I will go on, and went like that and just pointed to a road without even looking, and went, I will go on that until I'm sick.
Yes.
Right. So I was sponsored to go on this caged ride that basically goes around in a circle and tips you upside down and goes really fast.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So it's one of those, and it's fixed, and then it starts spinning as it's going. So everybody else is going funny, and I've got the bloke at the kiosk handing me a milkshake between rides that I'm drinking a ton of this milkshake, putting it back on the side, grabbing a bite of burger, and then running around and sitting back in again. I've done it something like 47 times in a row and still didn't manage to vomit.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, well, people had sponsored me. If I vomited, they would double the amount. So I was like, keep feeding me rubbish, make me ill. And it just did not work.
Nothing? Oh, well, you must have a great stomach. Pinky Hooks likes those cakes. Yeah, those cakes are nice. I have a couple of those. Yeah, I have a couple of those too.
I've started working with one for a project, and then I put it down about 3 years ago because the pattern was out of a book that I was translating, but the pattern is wrong.
Oh,
it's one of these.
Wow.
Here's your stitch. Here's what you've done in your previous row. Here's the stitch count, and when you sit there and you count up what you've done,
not right.
It's not right, and it's not. At that point, I could not save the project. I could not work a way around it. But it's been a couple of years. I'm thinking if I go back and look again, I might be able to salvage it this time round.
Yeah. See, that's weird. See, and that's the thing with the patterns. Like, people really do mess those up. It's amazing. You know? They're hard to write. Yeah.
Oh, don't get me wrong. We all do it. I'm sure that there's a mistake or two in one of mine. Normally it's a spelling mistake.
Yep.
Rather than a number mistake.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. So you're right. Yeah. Juanita's saying, anybody who's had kids can stomach it. Yeah. Like puke, human situations.
But this was pre-kids. I was like 14 at the time.
Oh, you were young.
But then I went into care work, and then I had children that were lactose intolerant. If anybody's got a lactose intolerant child, I feel sorry for you. It stinks. You could sell those nappies to the military for, chemical warfare.
For chemical warfare. Thank you. I can get it out. Yeah. And let's see. And that's what she said. Yep, we have to be sick to get sick. And then Carol's going on the Disney cruise. Now you got to 8 of us. Now, that'll be nice.
My friend's just come back from one of them. She absolutely adores them. And there's her and her husband that go out. No kids. They're the Disney couple. They're like in their 50s now. And they do the Disney cruises.
Wow. See, that's amazing. I would love to hear about that. Yeah. I don't know all the ins and outs of it. See, I've never cruised. That's the only Disney.
There is a YouTube channel and this lady goes on cruises. And she posts
there are a lot of cruise people.
She talks about cruise lines. It's all off her own back. She doesn't get paid for it. She's not affiliated. So what she's saying, as far as I'm concerned, is a lot better than finding someone that's affiliated.
Yeah. I mean, I think cruises are great. I mean, I've only been on one, but
I've never been.
Yeah, just they're great because you can eat your face off if you like food.
Well, that's the problem I've got. You see, I do, so I would. They would end up kicking me out of each restaurant. I'd have to do a different restaurant at each night.
Well, I mean, you can do that, but not really. Like but they do have different, you can go in there and have like a what they call usually a sit down dinner, and then there's a more casual place where you can go and get like a hamburger or something like that. But the best part of the food is the exotic, I call it designer food.
It's the stuff you get to try that you wouldn't normally try.
You would never have, right? Yeah, and stuff like that. So that's really cool. So that's the aspect of it. And even my mom, who doesn't eat, ate her face off on the cruise.
Especially when the Mum, it's free. We've paid for it already.
I mean, I'm like,
that's the word. Yeah. No, the words that you tell a parent. Boink, it's free.
Just eat it. Well, no, it wasn't even about the money. It's just that, I guess when you're a woman growing up in the 40s and 50s, you're taught that you can't eat, you can't do this, you can't do that, and so that was in her mindset. And the one night, I'll never forget it. The funniest memory I have of the cruise was the waiter came. 'Cause you get the same waiter every night. Usually one or two waiters. They're the same people every night. So after a week, you get to really know them. Like, you kind of get to know them, as you're hanging out with them. So anyway, he said they had the dessert tray. They would wheel it over,
Mm-hmm.
and it had cheesecake, tiramisu, some kind of cake, some kind of cookies, and whatever. And he said, what do you want? And my mom was like, the first time, like, she was just like, I have
Too
no
much.
idea. So he goes, I'll give you a little bit of everything. And I went, what? You can do that? He totally cut little slivers of everything that was available. And she literally ate the whole thing. It was like
yeah, why not? You get to try a little bit of everything. That's like over here, we've got like the all-you-can-eat buffet Chineses.
Right.
Things like that. That's our main ones.
Yes.
But
she
you
was,
can get banned from those here in the UK.
Yes.
If they catch you with Tupperware boxes, you're out.
Yeah, I wish you could do that, but you can't. Yeah. So
there was actually a gentleman. There was a couple of builders here in the UK that used to go into this all-you-can-eat, and they would bring in their toolbox.
Wow, that's
right,
cheeky.
because they didn't want to leave it out in the car because the area was known for break-ins.
Okay? Oh, I see. Yes.
So they brought this toolbox in, and they had it set up in such a way that they could basically scrape their plates into this toolbox, into the it had Tupperware boxes. It was fresh. It was brand new.
Wow.
They had Inspector Gadgeted it basically so that it looked like a toolbox, but it wasn't. Wow. It was refrigerated and everything. They got caught. They got banned. They went back in a couple of months later dressed as something else. They got caught again. Okay, they then got taken to court.
Yeah, I bet.
And they had to pay. They had to pay for each of the dishes that they had removed from the premises.
Okay.
That the premises could prove at full price.
Nice.
And of course, they had a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of the other. So
that's terrible.
They got charged basically for every single dish out that day.
Yeah.
On the buffet.
That's
every
good.
Single dish. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a little shady. So Carol said she's putting out a video on Love Limb Cotton Yarn. Okay.
Oh, lovely.
Interesting. I will be watching. See, F.R. Humphrey said, okay.
Is that an American yarn?
I've never heard of that one. That's one I've never heard of. She stumped me on that one. Now, let's see. Now, F.R. Humphrey saying, let's cruise. I just got back ready to go. I know that's right. I love it. I mean, I it was amazing. And I did a lot of activities. Like I did all the activities that were available.
Yeah.
I even worked out. Like, I'm like, what?
You're on holiday. The last time I went on a holiday that wasn't to see the family.
I totally
you signed up for Aquafit.
I know. I'm all aerobics.
I was like, I can't do aerobics. I'll do like the swimming one with the older generation.
I was in there jumping around. I played basketball. I played volleyball. I swam, snorkeled. I was working it. I mean, I was really doing it. But anyway, we have Miss Donia's here. Hold on. Hey, Miss Donia Stroke Talk. Hello. Happy Monday. Let me get you on the screen. There we go. Oh, there we go. Happy Monday. There we go. Yes. Welcome in. And then, Carol said she tried escargot for the first time. Yeah, see, that's when you try all that exotic food because you don't want to buy it at home, right? Yes.
Yum, 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 yum.
And then LaBelle saying the Swan Hotel in Alnwick has the staircase and the wall coverings of the dining room of the Olympic fitted into it. They used to do the last dinner of the Titanic on their menu. Okay, that's terrible. It was creepy. I know. I'm like, okay, that's creepy. But
don't get me wrong, I would be interested to know what the food was.
Oh, it was good.
On the Titanic, but would I want to eat it whilst being on a boat?
Oh, yeah. The food on the Titanic was all that. Like, I saw a couple of menus. It was amazing.
Yeah, I saw something the other week where they mentioned that that actually up for auction was a copy of the menu that that they've managed to salvage when they brought people home.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'd rescued them and somebody actually had it on their person.
Hey, Joy.
So, Hi, Joy. So there was like a whole backstory about how they got the card, and it was all verified and everything. And that was up for auction about a week or so ago. I'm wondering what that raised.
Yes, that's weird.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, so LaBelle said the best comment I ever read was under a video of some guys who did a digital walk through the Titanic. It's fantastic, by the way. The comment, they should have added some scuffs and scratches. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That is crazy. That way it looks like it's brand new. Okay, the Titanic is weird. Yeah.
Well, the Titanic is extremely deep, isn't it? There was some people that tried to venture down there. What was it, early this year or end of last year? That didn't quite make it there.
Oh wow! See, that's
yeah. There was a father and son, an older gentleman.
Okay. Oh, I heard about that. Yes. Oh.
Yeah, because they imploded on the way down.
That's terrible. Yes, and there's Deddy. Good to see you, Deddy.
Hi, darling.
Good to see you.
I'm in a very morbid mood today. If you noticed all the facts I'm putting out, quite morbid. Give me a kick up the bum. More yarn.
More yarn. I know. We were like, oh, let's talk about Millens. More Millens.
Oh, I can find some more. I've just got to unpack them.
No, I don't have any Millens, but I just happened to find that. I went, ooh, it's because it's real thick, heavy, gray stuff. So I could probably make something like a hat or a scarf real quick and knock it out. You know what I mean?
I would say definitely with a hat that would knock out quite quick. You could possibly, I don't know, get 1.5 out of that. I wouldn't know. I've never, like as I said, I've only ever used that style of yarn once, and I made a blanket. And according to the person, my blanket should have come out bigger than what I did.
Were you too tight? Your tension. Yeah. Oh well, thank you, Miss Donia. We appreciate it.
I was even using the right hook.
Okay, so then you got to fix that tension, girl.
Yeah, I do back then, but to be honest, I would not work with that yarn again. It broke. It's a nightmare to sew in.
You were clenched up.
Here in the UK, I don't know if that would burn. If that would pass fire tests.
No acrylic yarn. Well, it'll burn. Like it doesn't matter. You can't use acrylic yarn. That's going to go up like.
It's to do with how long it takes to either burn up the item up to a certain point, or whether it self-extinguishes.
Yeah, but
so if it just sort of goes melty, black, stop within the time frame and within the height frame, it's okay.
Oh,
if it goes whoomp, then it's a fail.
Then you're in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think most of this is all plastic, so it's going to go. But anyway, everyone's saying hi. And so anyway, thank you so much, Miss Donia. So let's see. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure. That's what friends are for. In good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. And that's for Ursula, wherever you are. And thank you, Jen, for signing up again. But thank you. So anyway, so there's that. Let's see. So thank you so much, Miss Donia. And then also she spins as a gardener. Yeah, she's been growing some stuff. We've been checking you out. I'm eating an enemy I battle every year in my garden.
Yeah, no way is she going to eat the enemy.
You don't want to eat the enemy.
Darling, it saves the birds having to do the job.
Yes. Oh, so are you talking the snails?
She's talking about escargot, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no. I have nightmares about snails.
Whelks, which are sea snails.
Okay.
I actually like whelks.
Are they big? Like
you can get them about that
that's size. Pretty big. Yeah, that's pretty big.
Decent chewy lump of something.
Okay. And let's see, and then and then Faith is saying that's how I choose what I eat when I go to buffet. Okay, yeah, it's weird. Yeah, so she buys whatever she doesn't make at home. See, that's what I would try to do too, because I know for a fact I'm never going to make escargot. My husband's been asking for lasagna, and I'm like, I hate making lasagna so much.
Yeah,
so much. Only because I feel I always mess up the noodles somehow. It's more that like I'm just like I always mess up. It goes down the stomach, so I guess it doesn't matter if it's not pretty. But It is that.
Just close your eyes when you eat it, as long as it tastes okay.
As long as it tastes good, yeah. So, so you Brits like the macabre? Okay.
So we like what?
It. Macabre. Yeah, the dark stuff. Like the dark, creepy stuff. You like talking about the dark, like the Titanic.
Oh yeah, we're warped. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And then somebody's laughing at it. You're eating the enemy. Nice, I like it.
Yeah, eat the enemy. Don't throw it over the wall.
Yeah, 10 days to Thanksgiving. Isn't that crazy? I know, and I'm not ready. I
don't get Thanksgiving here.
Mm-mm. Yeah, well, no, you guys miss out on that.
We just get roast dinner every week.
Yeah, you get that. Yeah, I know. You guys probably eat turkey. You eat turkey and like roast
Christmas.
Roast duck and things
more,
like that.
Yeah, turkey's normally a Christmas meat, along with maybe some lamb, like lamb's leg. Oh. But it depends on what meats the family likes.
Yeah. Oh, and then they're saying, okay, so Sheila's saying if you don't like butter, add cream. Julia Child says that too, Juanita. Oh, nice. Yeah, see, I never knew that. I will.
Is that to the mashed potatoes?
I will never eat yet. Right. Yeah. And I will never eat a snail because I had like a terrible, childhood situation with snails. So I think I will never
eat them.
I probably should have, but I'm so scared of them. Anyway, everyone's saying hi.
Everyone's scared of something. It's a strange one. It really is.
Yes. And see, this is the whole thing. Acrylic is plastic. I'm thinking it's going to go up I'm with you.
Hence why I want to burn the Frozen toys. I want to have some fun with that. But that's going to be next year now.
Does that mean you don't like Frozen?
What made you think of that? Have you seen the kit review?
Oh. Okay.
I'm sure I've put out a kit review on it. If you've seen the kit review, you will fully understand why I want to burn them.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
it was that good.
It was that bad.
It was that good. And Lavelle saying melty, melty, melty is the last thing I want on my skin, right? Why are they making things so complicated? Because they want our money for their dangerous and often questionable toys. Yes.
Well, the thing is, it's extremely, when you look at the UK tests, it's extremely wordy. Okay. Yes. But if you think about it technically, it's like, okay, so kids, what's up, Kel?
Oh, she's talking about the escargot. She just goes, take a bucket into my garden. Got armadas from escargot out there. Wow.
Don't forget. Calm down.
I guess it's free. Like, that's good. And then, okay, so
you never know. She may have some stinging nettles down the bottom of the garden. That makes a beautiful soup. Just make sure that you
oh my gosh.
Boil it for a very long time to get rid of the stings.
Oh, see, that's what. Oh, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and if you find wild rhubarb, do not eat the leaves.
Do not eat the leaves. See, and I would eat those and probably die. And then
it's the only thing I've found so far that I could use to kill my husband.
Oh, okay. Oh, so maybe that's my problem there. Yeah, I need to follow what Juanita's saying there.
You boil the noodles first until I missed it.
So she said until they're not quite cooked, like just slightly undercooked, and then you put them in, you bake it, and then the steam and all the stuff from the sauce will cook it through. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I always tend to rip them, like when you're taking them out of the thing, you put them in the little container and then rip. And I've had that issue. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. And then, and then let's see, Donna's saying they told us in elementary school, and try the no boil lasagna noodles. Because a lot of people just stick them in there. You can just stick them in there.
I'm trying to work out what lasagna noodles are. We have lasagna sheets, which are like long, thin bits of dried pasta.
Yeah, that's it. They're long.
Whereas to me, a noodle is something that's wibbly wobbly. It's like what you'd find in a pot noodle. That's a noodle.
No. They're like sheets. Yeah, I guess you would call them.
So lasagna sheets then.
Yes. Oh, okay. So let's see. So so F.R. Humphrey said, well, let me see. Not the end said in elementary school. Let's see. They told us in elementary school, if you put salt in a snail, it will disappear. I did it, screamed, and went into the house. Had nightmares. See? You were 9.
Put it on slugs. It's even better. They go kaboom.
Oh, that's so gross. Okay. No, thank you.
Sorry.
No, but that's kind of gross.
Look, I should explain. I used to be in Scouts. Okay, I used to be one of the boys. I was a tomboy.
I see.
It's only been since I had kids that I had to become all feminine and stuff.
Let's see. Oh, the no boil recipe with regular noodles comes out great. Yeah, see, you can do that. And I never thought to do that, even with like penne pasta and things like that, like baked ziti or whatever. If you can use uncooked noodles, you just have to make sure that it's covered in a lot of sauce and liquid, and then they will cook. Yeah, see, they don't, because al dente, which is sort of to the bite, there's a little bit of a bite, is good. Yeah. So, and then
I should explain. My lasagna is lovely. We know when it's cooked because the fire alarm goes off.
Oh, nice.
If it's not black on top and burnt, it's not cooked.
Wow. Okay, let's.
That's normally the cheese that's just browned. But
okay, and let's see. Oh, so okay, so Juanita's saying, after I took advanced biology, I will never eat an oyster. LOL. Yes, I understand that.
Yeah, no, thank you.
That's funny.
I live by the sea. I've tried all the different shellfish that we can get here in the UK, and I'm just like, they can do one. I don't care how posh they're meant to be.
I know they're kind of scary. I mean, you really do take your life into your hands. But anyway, so there's Debbie. Debbie's here. Good to see you. Welcome in.
I like how Sheepskins is getting rid of her snails and slugs.
Oh, yes.
I think that's a beautiful way to do it.
Oh, wow. And then Sheila, so Yarn Arm went to Oyster and Guinness Festival years ago. Never, ever again. Yeah, oysters are kind of interesting, too. I think, they're very tricky.
Oyster and Guinness, though, mixing the two, are they daft or what?
I don't know. Yeah, I see the green. And you can get pre-cooked lasagna shells. Nice. Okay. And then, Carol, now let's see what she does. She makes her lasagna. She puts her noodles in raw and lets them cook in the oven with extra sauce. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yep. And then the large flat noodles, how long are they? 1 inch to 1.5 inches wide. Yep, that's it. And then, I do use my sticks. Is it stingy nettles, Poppy? I make tea with them. Or add leaves to a salad. Once soaked and they no longer sting. I also harvest my daisy and dandelion heads.
I was going to say daisy.
So dandelion tea, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Or 2 inches wide. Yes, what I thought. Yep. Oh no, she's bad. Look at Juanita. Oh.
This is what I was saying. This sounds so cool.
It is cool, but it's kind of mean. But cool.
Yeah, but if you think about it, if you're planning to use them as escargot, that means the alcohol's already been added.
Yeah, I don't know. Yes.
Sorry, I'm going a bit crazy now.
Okay, so LaBelle. Okay, this is how to stuff toys. This is good. So she's saying use. Hold on. Oh, Poppy sounds like a fun child.
Fun child. Yeah. My mom wouldn't say that.
Oh man, hold on. I just missed. Yes, it just jumped. Okay, here we go. Stuffing. How to stuff. Yes, she's saying dried beans or rice. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh no, don't tell us. F.R. Humphrey saying, I know how sausage is made. Still eat it. Okay, so you are brave. Yeah, I've saw hot dogs, like how they make them. I said, oh my
God. Well, that's just grind up leftovers, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, leftovers. That's a good way of putting it.
It's a polite way of putting it, isn't it, really?
Yes. And let's see. So, F.R. Humphrey still eats it. And then let's see.
I think she meant in regards to how the other sausages, sausages are made, which Sheepskins is telling us about here, and how they were actually made to start with.
Mm-hmm. It's so gross.
I need to put my hair back in plaits and wear black.
I know.
The sausages were made from using the intestines of the animal.
That's really gross.
That was old school, though. Okay, now it's a synthetic.
Is it? I hope so. Yeah, it's so gross. And then she said, mean of them to eat my veggies and lay eggs on them. I understand that. I'd be mad too. Because those veggies, it's serious business here. Yeah, and escargot does sound better than slugs.
But then have you heard that they're trying to get us now to eat more smaller animals? Or smaller critters like chocolate ants and things like that.
No, thank you.
The stuff that you see on the trials on that certain TV show.
No, thank you.
I'm celebrity, get me out of here. They're looking to get us to eat more stuff like that because they're thinking that by us eating that, it's going to be easier to farm the animals and better for the environment than us eating a cow burger. We'll be eating a cockroach burger, maybe.
Oh, no, thank you.
How many times can I get Kelly to turn green to them?
I'm like, oh, no, thank you.
She's turning green. She's gonna vomit.
So Miss Donia's saying I pretty much eat anything but oysters and snails are not on my list. I understand that.
Well, I've always said that unless I've tried it, I can't say no to, I can't say no really to the food. So I've eaten ostrich, I've eaten crocodile, I've eaten kangaroo.
Oh.
I'm not going to eat koala.
Yeah.
They won't let you in Australia anyway.
That's
not
good.
only that, they've got STDs, so
they're
you don't want to eat them.
Yeah.
And then I've eaten Bambi.
Oh, Bambi.
Rabbit, fish. If you can hunt it here in the UK, I've eaten it.
Yes.
Because where I was at Scouts, it was if you kill it, you eat it, you don't waste it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's funny. So, but anyway, did you see? I saw this thing on Instagram. You guys, I don't know if you've seen it.
I haven't been on for a couple of days.
There's this kangaroo. It was like 6'5" and about 250. This thing was the biggest kangaroo I've ever seen, and he was like drowning a dog, like drowning this.
They can be vicious.
I didn't know they did stuff like that. I'm like, what is happening? Yes,
that dog probably got in the way of its children.
Wow.
They can be very vicious and very protective.
This guy tried to like get the thing off of the dog, and the thing beat him up. Like, it was terrible. Oh, it was terrible. But anyway, it was shocking. So yeah, on Instagram.
Yeah, they're not all lovely.
No, they are not.
They can have their moments.
I was scared. Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw a video a little while ago about one that was in a zoo, and it had been trained to fake box.
Oh no!
With this particular clown that was in the zoo, and it won far too many times because the clown couldn't take it. But it's his own fault. He shouldn't have trained it like that.
That's terrible.
And there's been some other news stuff this week. That there was a lion that escaped from a zoo and took itself for a walk a couple of days ago. I can't think what country it is.
Nice.
It's in Europe. It's one of the European.
Good, so not here. Okay, good.
Yeah, so it wasn't over at yours and it wasn't at mine. It was in Europe.
Okay.
Yeah, but it taken itself for a walk, so they managed to herd it, and then they gave it a sleeping drunk and took it home. Thankfully, at least it was just a tranquilizer and not anything else.
Well, anyway, there's Miss D is here. Miss D, good to see you.
Sorry, sheepskin's on one today.
There's a lot. And then
she's on one.
So Juanita will not eat pig. Guinea pig. Your pets will appreciate your sacrifice. Yeah. Eat a guinea pig. Oh, your pets will appreciate your sacrifice.
So bad. There's not enough meat on them.
Yeah, that's a lot. Okay, and then Donna saw that video. That video freaked me out. I still can't unsee that video. And he was choking out the dog, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
It was too much. Yeah, it was too much wildlife, like Wild Kingdom.
And there's you thinking it was only spiders that could kill you in Australia.
I know. I'm thinking, no, there's just too much going on over there.
No, hold on. I'm going to search that one out. Yes. I don't think it was Germany.
Was it? You don't think it was Germany?
No.
But anyway, in Miss
Rome. It was Italy, Rome.
Yeah.
Let me double check. Yeah, a day ago. Yeah. It escaped the circus. In an Italian town. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds terrible.
I don't know if we got a YouTube video that's not connected to a newspaper. Not that I can really show you. I haven't got a link that I can put down. Sorry. But yeah. Oh. I was like,
so much.
I wanted to go to Rome, maybe not now.
Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, people eat a lot of stuff. Yeah, I just, I'm almost becoming a vegetarian. Like I go through phases of that where I go meat, no meat,
Yeah,
meat, no meat. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's something. It's really something. Well, you remember that LaBelle? Oh, she's laughing.
My bad.
Yeah, she was laughing. Woo, scary. Very, very scary. Yeah. So anyway, I'm just like, but once again, I guess before we leave, we'll do the announcements.
Sorry, I keep over talking you. You've been trying to leave for 10 minutes.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So anyway, so I'm trying to think any announcements that I have. I'm going to be. I'm not sure if I'm going to see my crochet group this week. I will not actually. I won't see my crochet group this week on Wednesday, but I'll be cooking on Friday. So we'll be doing that.
What we're having for dinner yet, Kel?
Well, my husband's been asking for lasagna, so I think that may be the meal. He's been begging, and I'm like,
"Are you going to do it the same way I do? Dolmio, dolmio, dolmio." That's only because my lot complained that my sauce. I can make the sauce from scratch. I can do all that.
Right.
But they complain that the tomato sauce is too tomatoey.
I know, right? Like, how dare they? I know mine did the same.
And it's like, really? Have you not made that sauce yet? You've been cooking it for 45 minutes, Ange. Yes, I know, darling. Well, why don't you just shove half a ton of sugar in it? That'll take the sourness away. Because I don't need to. I just need it to be on for another few minutes.
Yes, you just want to cook it, right? So that people, are good, right? So anyway, let's see. And then F.R. Humphrey eats all the meats. I love it. Yeah, all the meats. I love it. Yeah. Yes.
Well, that's the thing. I will try all the smaller critters if needs be.
Oh, yeah, you're brave. Yeah. And Miss Donia, thanks for stopping by and thank you for the super chat. You're awesome. Oh, okay. It's bechamel. No, little Belle's being all fancy. Yeah. See, I'm not that fancy with my
to make. That's just milk and flour and a bit of butter.
Okay, is that what that is? Okay.
It's the white sauce.
Okay, that's fancy. Yeah, see, I'm not that fancy. Like I said, my lasagna is, it's not my best. I mean, I'm okay, but like, whatever. Now, any announcements on your channel, Miss Poppy? What?
There will be some videos. I've just got to remember what they were and work them out, and if I haven't made them, get to it.
Yes, yeah.
I am planning to at some point over the next month or so possibly release this pattern.
Okay, that looks great.
But we'll have to see how it goes.
I love that yarn. Awesome.
Yeah, it's cute, isn't it?
It is very
That's the Pateau Everyday DK, which is the same as the. Where is it?
See if you get it. Let's see.
Yeah, on Pateau. In the wrong place.
Let's see.
No, I've lost it. Australia.
Let's see now. What did deep fry it and you can't tell what it is? Salty and crispy. Nice. Deep fry it.
You can tell what it is. Yeah, stick it in, or in our case in the UK, shove it in batter. We'll never know.
Wow. Yeah, butter is amazing. I have to say.
Stick it in a deep fry it. And
batter and deep fry. Yeah.
Okay, so that jumper is made in a Signet boho, which is a DK weight yarn.
DK weight.
Okay, now
it's beautiful.
This is very similar to it. This is the Align brand Landscapes. The only problem with this one, it is a roving yarn, but it gives you an idea that if you're not in the UK and you can't get hold of the Signet, you could, in theory, see if you can find the equivalent. Okay, which would be very similar to this one.
Nice.
Just without the roving. And also Hobie have their own version as well, which I think would work well with. If you're a Hobie user or hobby, it's HO. The one that done the bingo earlier.
Yes.
Yes.
Yay for salt.
Sorry?
She said yay for salt. Faith.
In our case, when it comes to seafood, you shove vinegar on it.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's cockles. Yeah, put vinegar on them.
Wow, that's cool. Oh, and Universal has that type of yarn too. That's what I wanted to. Yeah, a lot of people have that yarn. Like it definitely gets around. Like people all sell it. Yes.
Yeah. So I quite like it.
Oh, brown sugar.
I've used it for
brown
clothing
sugar
before, and it's held up quite nicely.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that yarn. It's funny, I don't have any. This is the one yarn. I think I have one skein or maybe two, and I've never really bought it.
What, that one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I have a couple. That's it. That's all I have.
Yeah, this one I've had for far too many years. I got it in Australia.
Oh.
After I'd started the channel, so it was the first trip out there. After I took the channel, I should explain to everybody, we are not rich. We've just got family that live in Australia, so we only have to pay for our air flights and collect some spends. So what you would normally pay to, say, go on a holiday abroad is what we would end up paying for us to get to Australia.
Yeah.
So it'd be the equivalent to me, I don't know, flying to America, and the accommodation gets added in as well.
Okay.
For us, we don't have to pay for accommodation when we get there. So
that's
where we save all the cash.
Oh, so the deep fried Mars bar. Interesting. In Scotland.
Scotland deep fried Mars bar, yes.
Is that true? Wow.
Yes. Oh, it's not just Mars bars they deep fry out in Scotland. If it can hold its shape for about 30 seconds, that deep fry, I think they've even deep fried flakes.
Wow, that's crazy. And then apparently Dawn has some of that. She has some of that yarn. She got it at Ollie's. Ollie's has been the
dirt cheap Ollie's. Go for it, girl.
And then let's see a couple more comments here. I work with this yarn. It says DK, but somehow I don't think it is. But the colors are gorgeous. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and this one what do they say on this one? I'm sorry, my lights.
I think it's a 4.
It's a 4. They're saying it's a 4, but
yeah, it's a 4.
I actually made a couple of shawls with this, and I ended up having to cut out a chunk because it went down to a 1.
Oh, okay. So it
went so low. It went down to a 1 and then up to.
So you had to really watch.
And at that point, I didn't realise all I had to do was swap my hooks around. Over different hooks, and I would get the same thing. But I just didn't like the fact that my shawl went from looking really lovely to looking like I've been tight-fisted for 5 stitches, and then back up to looking lovely again. So I just cut it out. I was like, no, not having it.
Yeah. So let's see. So She Spins is saying nutmeg. We have nutmeg, brown sugar. We have a lot of suggestions to get that acid taste out of the tomato.
Oh, I know how to do it. It's just my lot are too impatient. They turn around to me at 4:30, 5 o'clock and say, we want them on the table at 6. And we want lasagna. And it's like, well, I've got to make the sauce. The sauce is going to take at least 45 minutes. Then cook the mince off and then do all the rest of it. Then put it all together. Then put it back in the oven. You're not going to have it until 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'll just do it on the quick. So it's like, hey, you want it on the quick? How comes a dormio? Bog off. I'm not wasting time making
I know it's hard, right? Let's see. So, yes, a lot of people do the sugar. Yeah, the pinch of sugar, brown sugar. Nutmeg. So there's a lot of things. Oh, deep fried ice cream. Yeah, there's that. I've had that.
It's baked Alaska. But it's not, because baked Alaska is with egg whites, isn't it? It's baked egg whites.
I think so. It's
meringue.
So
it's a meringue over the top. Whereas the rolling balls of ice cream, I need to go, this is getting really bad.
Okay. You see this? She Spins is telling you one way to shut your lot up is to hand them a cookbook. Yep.
No, I did one better than that the other day. I got them perfect. I don't do it at the moment. I'm not doing a lot of cooking because I'm making the poppies. And when I make the poppies, my husband steps up and does.
Oh, that's good.
He's like, you're doing something for them. They do something for me. So I'm doing something for you. Sort of pass it around, right? So he's done a lot of the cooking. Well, I'd had enough. So I wanted to do some cooking.
Yeah.
But they were, you should do it this way. You should do it that way. You should do it this way. And the next line of the song is my oh my. They didn't like the fact it was burnt. They didn't like the fact it was uncooked fully. And they didn't like the fact, what was it I'd done? It's chicken in a bag. It's not rocket science, right?
Yes.
You get chicken with the seasonings. You put it in a placky bag, in this bag. You mix it all around. Now I did that the day before because they changed their mind on what they wanted. Yes. So it had been sitting marinating overnight. And all I had to do was throw a bag of veg in. So I threw a bag of veg in, stuck it in the oven, put it on for however long it's meant to be on for. They decided they was hungry too early, so pulled it out and then complained that the carrots weren't even al dente yet.
I don't
chicken
know.
was cooked, but the veggies weren't. And I'm like, you only had to leave it for another 5 to 10 minutes so that the water from the chicken could do the veggies.
They sound impatient.
Oh, they are. Yeah.
They are. So 2 more comments. So fair food, that's what Felicia's saying. When you deep fry everything, they do Oreos and stuff like that, and ice cream.
Oh, lovely.
Pickles. Ew. Deep fried, battered pickle. They do all those things.
Oh, nice. And, Where's that? I need that. I can't see.
Fairs, like county fairs.
Oh, county fairs. And that's over in America.
In America. Yep, that's what they do. Yes. And Dream Builder's here. Hey, welcome in. So you're jumping in and showing wrong thing. Saying hello. Oh my gosh. Making dinner. Dream Builder's making dinner.
Talking of that, I'm gonna have to go and do it in a minute.
Yeah, we're gonna have to dip out. But thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate you. There's a lot of sugar and store-bought salt and salt, by the way.
Yeah.
They really salt you up, so be careful if you have any.
Oh no, we are very good with our sugar and salt.
Diabetes and all those things.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
If I'm making something, I try and knock all that on the head.
Yeah.
It's
hard. It's really hard because, like in America, our food is really bad.
Your food is laden with it.
It's really bad. It's bad. And that's my rant that I always say on my channel. Just be careful. Read those labels because there's a lot of
I think the way I see it is your products are the same as what our products were probably about 15 years ago.
Maybe.
We kicked in and realised, hold on a minute, we're getting obese because we're eating too much sugar, too much salt, and too much processed food.
All the above.
We've had that mindset now for about 15 years, so it's starting to knock off it's starting to work its way through the shops here. Which makes it easier for us. Oh, and on top of that, our government decided to tax sugar.
Oh, see, they do that in Philadelphia.
Fizzy drinks.
How much is that?
Sorry, that's got none in. That's got no sugar, no caffeine.
Yeah.
Boring. But no sugar, no caffeine. It tastes all right. But I was trying to think. But the artificial sugar is now what is going to do everybody in.
Yeah, I think so too. But my husband bought, I'll tell you the story. My husband bought a drink this much. This is probably a 16-ounce glass, maybe.
Oh, I was going to say, is that vodka?
It's just water. No, it's water. With a straw.
It's vodka, be honest.
No, I wish, you know what? I never could drink that straight. But anyway.
I wasn't thinking straight. I was thinking with lemonade.
No. But that drink cost him like $2. Like water. Like a normal, like, because they put the tax on, or maybe it was $2.25. But normally this would have been $1.50 or something, but it was like $2.25, almost $3 for a little glass of Coke. Yeah. And Philadelphia put this sugar tax on, and it's amazing. Yeah. This was before the pandemic, so I'm wondering like what it's like now. It's probably
the problem we've got is where we've got food places around near us that do home delivery. You can't actually ask for a diet.
Oh,
and you can't ask for a sugar-free or a zero.
Now, why is that?
Terms that we use because they get a better kickback by selling the full fat.
Gotcha. Interesting.
And it's just like you're sitting there, and so of course I get a full fat, not Coke, the other company, Pepsi, and my teeth feel within 2 mouthfuls. I feel like my teeth and all of my mouth is furry inside.
And they are going to, and they're going to fall out.
All that sugar from it is just like, oh my god, it's coated, it's coating my mouth. But then on top of that, I don't like Pepsi. It tastes like soil.
It's very sugary. So so frikadellas. I don't know what those are.
Frikadellas are a German patty, so they're like a hamburger.
Okay.
But they but they've got onion mixed in with them. Spices. The meat in them is absolutely gorgeous. It's not overly processed.
Oh, that's great.
So it's definitely not a McDonald's patty or even a Burger King patty.
Okay.
It's a granny made this before all these extra ingredients came in style patty.
Okay. And then on the final note, vodka is great because it's made from potatoes. It's good for you.
It's a vegetable. Vodka's a vegetable.
It's a vegetable.
It's actually one of the best alcohols if you're trying to lose weight. Just watch what you mix with it. That'll take your calorie count up if you're a calorie counter.
Yeah. Oh my. It's weird it's not letting me show this one. Oh, it's hiding it. Oh. Anyway. Yeah,
is that because the word was mentioned?
I think it was. Yeah, I can't even show
the Russian drink.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's a Russian fruit drink.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's a Russian vegetable drink.
Or vegetable drink.
Right. Yes. Germany have an absolutely beautiful one. It's it's fresh strawberries.
Oh, that sounds
crushed into that drink that cannot be named. What is that? The new evil Harry Potter thing?
I know, right?
But yeah, it's called strawberry. That thing that shall not be named, and you put it into a shot glass. You get a tall shot glass.
Yes.
And you put it in the shot glass, and then you top it with whipped cream.
That sounds great.
And then when you knock it back, you whisk it in your mouth and then swallow it. And it's strawberries and cream. It's absolutely gorgeous. The only problem is if I get a bottle, nobody else gets any.
Yeah, vegetable juice.
Yeah, it's vegetable juice.
Yeah, that's so funny. Well, you know what? So anyway, but I guess what I'll do is I'll have to end the stream. But thank you guys so much for coming in. I really appreciate you, and I hope you had a little fun. And I hope we started the week off on a good note. And
if not, we've given you ideas for food and drink for the weekend.
Yes, we have.
Now, don't forget, there's escargot starters folled by fritters.
We'll go down the
and a deep fried Mars bar at the end.
Yes, and a deep fried Mars bar at the end. That's funny. All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to end. Do your wave. And thank you all so much for coming.
Bye, darling. Bye, everybody.